drink, yeah. Air raid Lord, call me bestie, yeah. Jay, yeah, you broke, hit me next week, yeah. Pig flare drip, got the oops on my wrist. Get a couple pulls by the loops on my tips. Skin tight shirt, big boobs on my chest. Big out, baby cherry juice on my lips.
Meerkat mop pulling up on the ops. Take a quick shot and I'm cooking up pork chops. Doing pretty fine if you ask me. Fat cat eating Big Macs in the backseat. Half a mil filled goes re for the tip. Get a goal hit in time for a sip. Booting up online, nothing is fine, cause he's getting bodied all the time. Gonna break his jams with a leg drop. Put him in a figure 4 leg lock. Time to go outside, Phil, cause you're getting hit with the DarkSydeDrill.
276 on the Vest Street, yeah. Whale tail gin in my next drink, yeah. Air raid Lord, call me bestie, yeah. Jay, yeah, you broke, hit me next week, yeah. Pig flare drip, got the oops on my wrist. Get a couple pulls by the loops on my tips. Skin tight shirt, big boobs on my chest. Big out, baby cherry juice on my lips. Oh shit. Get him. Back when I started up this channel, it was just a way to troll. I ain't trying to be nobody, I ain't trying to be the GOAT. But I think it's kind of funny that there's people taking notes, thinking that this shit is deeper than it really even go. But a challenge is a challenge, so let's go and flip the script. Homie, if you're mad at me, you could've emailed me a tip. Instead you blasted me. I went and saw the comments that you sent, saying that I'm ripping people off like 98%. Okay, you may be right, saying all that shit like he don't even write, complaining like a bitch like almost every night. Maybe you just feel some kind of way about me, right? Okay, that may be why. And I'm not even sorry that I gotta go and blast you. Take a couple minutes out my day just to harass you. I'm just hoping that you drop a track or a reaction. Man, it must be hard to be the king of all detracting. What was that you said about me in the last one? How I'm only talking shit and ripping off a rap song. Yeah, I talk a lot of shit and I'ma let you have some. Wrote this shit in 20 minutes thinking up my next one. You wanna see what I can do, homie? You think that I'ma try because of you, homie? You think I give a fuck about a view, homie? This channel's just some silly shit I do, homie. You acting like I'm out here and I'm trying to drop a record. I'm just making stupid songs about a 40-year-old beggar, just another wheelchair, so I shouldn't even sweat it. Take your Gomer Pyle haircut, have an ass and get to stepping. I ain't even mad, bro. You know that I'ma take a loss. I ain't really that though. You know I'll break you off. I saw you say that being said is lost in their own sauce. When your YouTube content is weak as a cat with no claws. Playing with that fire, boy, you know I had to burn you. Your channel's not an example of what people should turn to. You don't have to like me, this shit don't even concern you. So keep that energy up as I sit back and I learns you. Oh, you gonna sub now, man? Will you sub to the channel now? Oh.
All of the moderators are here tonight, and they're not putting up with nonsense, so if you say anything that can be alluded to as trollish, or stupid, or detractorish, you're gonna get moderated, and I'm not going to be sitting on my day off tomorrow.
Hey, let's get it. Cat coming in, I had to bring her back, and I'ma set her up, she could read the chat. Close your legs if you wanna pet the cat. Q&A, but you ain't gotta answer back. And I'd like to give a shout out to the people keeping cat fed, and shout outs to my motherfucking dent heads. We got handicapped people giving big bread, but I'ma let them play all in my pig pen. We got Derek, we got Jay, we got 672. We got tips all coming in, my bobblehead is on the loose. I got gin all in my bottle, I don't drink no cherry juice. The way I swallow without swishing it, this shit ain't nothing new. Here we go. Got my wife and put her on my show. You can tag us in the chat and ask whatever you want on the low. Try to keep it something that she probably know. I'ma answer anyway, cause she can't answer on her own. Put my wife to work, she doing my dirt. Putting on her makeup in that shower curtain shirt. I became the cook, became a cook. I pimped on my wife for a couple $100. I take some tips and take some sips. It's all Tevin's fault, it's all Tevin's fault.
By the way, can you guys hear us fine? Because I forgot to ask them. That's totally my fault. Are we good? Are we in a good position? Do either of us need to get closer or whatever? I want to make sure you guys can hear us tonight. So if anyone could tell me if we're sounding all right. I'm sorry I didn't mean to interrupt, but I just realized we hadn't mentioned it at all.
Hey, don't worry, baby. Don't worry, baby. I got this.
All right, guys. Hopefully I'm finding you well. If not, hopefully it gets better for you. I really do. Hope that for you.
I'm a pig, I'm a drunk, I'm a beggar. Cat wants to sit on me.
Let's get right into some fill here.
Please do a chill
No.
Really do. I need that money.
I pressed in the middle of the thing. I'm sorry.
Need that money.
All right, guys. Let's get into it.
Need that money. I need that money. I really do. I need that money. I really need that money. Really need that money. Really that money. That money.
Bro, already?
You know, like if I had my choice of gameplay, it would be Tekken.
Oh, I try not to, but I really like Meerkat.
But
I think
seems
Meerkat's
like
cool.
when I play Tekken, it's not getting that much attention or interest. I did a major stream of it yesterday, and I think we got like 2 super chats the entirety of the stream. All the contributions came in during the podcast, and then as soon as I started playing Tekken, dead. Right? It's like,
yeah, a lot of what they do is a
so
little formulaic. I'll agree with that.
I don't know.
Why isn't...
Maybe we just chill tonight. I'm okay with just chilling tonight and doing a chill session, just hanging out and talking to you guys for a couple hours. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of Q&A. Like I said, we have suggestions in the suggestion box. We can take those and discuss those one by one.
Bro, his ass wants to already.
We can brainstorm.
His ass already wants to do politics. Do movie reviews instead. Review comic books. Talk about video games. Avoid politics at all fucking costs. Seriously. Yeah. They are the go-to. I'll give Meerkat that. He is the go-to.
Ideas of things to do. But here's the thing too. So a lot of people seem to be championing that this year I'm going to be doing political content, okay? And it's interesting because right now there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot going on in politics in the United States. If you guys aren't aware, this is an election year. Already politics are hugely a hot topic.
Yes, but you're too stupid to explain video games, and you want us to believe you're going to explain politics?
My social media feed. And I'm not even just talking worldwide politics, just locally. There's stuff going on in my local area, you know, politically, that there's all this different discussion and argument going back and forth about, you know? And I'm like, wow, I could totally chime in on these different...
Oh, bro, it's gonna be awful. It's gonna be fucking awful. I really want DSP to get into politics. I do and I don't, because I know his take will be so stupid, because he'll try and play the middle ground, but he can't. He really can't. He can't. I mean, he's a weirdo.
Topics
I'll say that much.
Just in my local area, you know, and give my opinions on them, because some of them are kind of interesting. Did you just here? I'm just gonna give you one quick example. I talked about it the other day. Local lawmakers who are on the city council of Seattle.
It's cool. I'm all for political opinion that is like, I'm all for like people who are allowed to. How do I put this? I like when people are able to talk politics and actually talk politics. Like, you don't have to attack me, right? Yeah, exactly. Here we go. You don't have to attack the way I believe to believe, or for me to be your friend or to listen to your opinion. It's like if I'm a liberal, which I'm pretty centrist on most things. I'm liberal on some things and I'm conservative on some things. But if we can't have a discussion and we can't actually sit and have a meeting of the minds, and it's constantly, if you say this, I'm gonna hit you type situation, what point is there to discourse? And I have a feeling that that's the type of person Phil is, because that's the type of person Phil has shown us that he is already.
Several years ago championed a new law, and that law was that everyone who does food delivery around here, so you're talking Grubhub, Uber Eats, DoorDash, that those
Everything
delivery
that
people would
affects
make a
Phil,
flat
he
fee per
doesn't want to
delivery.
pay these
That way they're
people.
guaranteed.
He's mad that he now has to pay extra for his delivery driver to leave his shrimp on his neighbor's
To
doorstep.
pay, because right now the way it was based was they only make tips.
Oh
Now
wait,
what if
can you
someone
hear me? Okay,
screws
good.
them on a tip? Then basically they're not making much money or any money. So this would
We're gonna watch
basically
Snort
guarantee
Hogan's
them
clip of
like a certain
Rich
rate.
going crazy
Well,
after this.
these people on the Seattle City Council championed it, made it a law, and then quit the council. The law went into effect in January, so now all food delivery costs has gone up by about $10 an order, and now all of the orders have plummeted, absolutely plummeted. No one wants to order food anymore with delivery because the cost went so far up. So now all the drivers are like, well, now actually they were intending for us to make more money, but we're making less because there's less orders to deliver. And all the local restaurant businesses are like, yeah, we're also losing money. I just read an article yesterday. A local pizzeria says we used to get 20 to 30 orders in the afternoon for pizza delivery from these apps. Now we're getting 2.
Phil never does
So we
anything
went from
fucking right,
20
dude.
to 30 different orders of pizza, and now we're only making 2. We actually had to cut back on hours and send people home from work because there's no work. Isn't that great? So that's what I mean. Like, I could sit here and give you the entire my discussion on it, what I think about what's going on with that, give you different sides of the argument. It would be actually a pretty interesting discussion to have. And I feel like I have a lot to add to that. A lot to say. But
Yeah,
that's
I'm
not my
sorry my
content. That's
chat
not
kind of
gaming,
crashed here. I don't know
right?
what the fuck is going
That's
on.
nothing that what I usually do. That's
I'm
nothing
gonna have
at
to
all
refresh.
like the kind of content that I would usually make. It's completely different, right? And I feel
Yeah,
like if I were to do
but
that kind of content
hold
here,
on.
or even on the React channel, or even on the Throwback channel, it wouldn't.
The thing that pisses me off about politics, and this is for both sides, it's it's the partisanship. Oh, I know. Me too, dude. I don't know why he insists on explaining things. Sometimes I feel I talk in circles, which I'll admit I kind of do a little bit. But uh he has this weird ass insistence to over explain absolutely everything. He can have a piece of pepperoni pizza and literally just sit there and pig explain how they made the pizza. And the fact he thinks that Connecticut of all places had authentic Italian food is fucking hilarious. It's Connecticut. Not only the only source of information, but the correct source for information every single time, despite him only ever getting his news off of Twitter.
Work. Why? Because everyone knows that that is not really the content that I do there. I feel like if I was to do content like that, it would be obviously it's going to be polarizing, and some people are going to be upset if you don't agree, and that's really the reason why it's held me back all
And
these years.
see, if he wants to be a Republican, be a Republican. If you want to be a centrist, be a centrist. If you want to be a leftist, be a leftist. Stand by your convictions. Don't be afraid to say this is what I am. All of his takes are wrong, bro. He's dumb as shit. And I hate it because he tries to play the middleman. At least with the quartering, you know what he is. With Jim Sterling, you know who Jim Sterling is, what they are, you know? You know what the fucking quartering is. But why do you insist on playing the gray middleman when we all know, bro, you're a registered Republican. Live up to it. It's okay, you know? Be who you are. And if you feel uncomfortable telling people this is what I am, you should not talk about it. If you can't say I'm a Republican to your fan base on your DSP gaming shit, you should not say it anywhere on the internet at all. Because if you say it on, let's say you do DSP politics, right? You say it there, it's going to bleed over into DSP gaming and you will never wipe that stain off. If you can't be upfront everywhere, don't say it anywhere. Seriously. Shut the
From
hell
doing
up
this kind
about
of
it.
content. Okay, there's so many people out there that sadly, all right, in I hate to say it, they cannot think from a mature mindset and understand.
This bitch says that they can't think from a mature mindset when he's sitting there in his fucking Zelda pajama pants that he's worn for 7 weeks fucking straight in a house that's paid for by panhandling on the internet. This dude literally went bankrupt buying action figures and fucking sweaty JPEGs of big fat muscle men. Why are we taking any advice, anything from this person? They're obviously mentally deficient.
Understand that
Gotcha.
people can have different opinions, people can have differences of opinion, right? On everything. Politics, religion, eh, games, food, life in
He doesn't
general.
see the
And that's
irony in
okay.
this.
It's totally okay to have differences of opinion. You don't have to always agree with everything that everyone else says. As
This bitch literally lives in a walled off community. Not just like a metaphorical echo chamber, right? Where they just allow their opinions in. He lives behind a locked gate where all of the other communities surrounding his is are exempt from entering his community without a code. And he wants everybody to just get along. Get the fuck out of my face. And
someone
that's
to
another
respect
thing.
someone else.
That's another thing. If you want to be gay, you want to be gay, Phil. You want to say gay things. You want to do that. Perfectly okay. I will support you every day of the week for choosing to live to be who you want to be. But for you to sit there and literally destroy a woman and parade her around as some kind of closeted trophy, you're doing a disservice to that woman and you have destroyed her mentally, physically, and emotionally. She's literally a clone of you. You're the Cadmus of internet streamers. Fucking Pandaree is lucky that she got away from your ass. Or else she would have turned into a fucking no, I gotta stop. I gotta stop. If Rich is gonna get a fucking community guideline strike for online harassment, bro, me calling Pat a fucking homunculus is gonna get me fucking shut down.
Else's opinion and you make an effort to understand where they're coming from. And it's okay also if you want to relate your opinion to them and maybe then they'll understand where you're coming from. And then at the very least you won't be at each other's throats. But I hate to say it here, at least here in the United States, so ever since Trump was elected many years ago, the politics here are either you're with me or you're against me. Either, you're all the way over here.
But that's always been American politics, though. Our bills thrive or die on partisanship or bipartisanship. And the divisive nature of Trump just exposed the fact that the leftists are willing to be partisan when you don't just adhere to whatever they want you to fucking adhere to. And this is why I stopped being a leftist. If we can't actually have cognitive discussion to where we're able to discern what is right and what is wrong, there's a problem. And when we're setting restrictions on speech like California, and we're setting restrictions on actions like we're doing across the United States, when we're trying to put laws in place that infringe upon our rights, there's a genuine problem with our government. And for anybody to sit there and act like it's okay and then just blame one side when it's both fucking parties, sit there and say that it's just Republican or it's just just leftists. It's wrong. It's both parties being obstinate and being set in their ways and refusing to actually work together. That's the fucking problem. It's not just one party. It's not just Trump. If you look at fucking Biden, right? The dude can't even ride a bicycle. He can't walk upstairs. He can't form a sentence. Yet he's running for president again. This is the problem with somebody who's unwilling to accept what they are. He's a Republican and saying what their opinion is. Stop dancing around it, Phil. Stop dancing around it. It's not Trump's fault that politics got exposed as partisan. They're not. He just exposed a system that we all knew was operating behind the scenes. When he said, I know that they're abusing this system because I use it, we should have fucking listened to him. We shouldn't have ridiculed him for saying it because we already knew it. We ridiculed the dude for saying something we already knew. We, instead of just saying, yeah, maybe we should fix that system, we just attacked him because it existed. And that's the problem. That's the problem. We're so adamant about just fucking going out there and finding the next boogeyman that will run to any excuse to label somebody a fucking boogeyman. We're not willing to listen to anybody anymore. We're not willing to meet in the middle anymore. We're not willing to talk out our problems anymore. It really is an all or nothing wild, wild west type shit. It is. When we have lunatic fucking morons building cities like sovereign cities in Seattle. There's a fucking problem there. When police are literally being run out of parts of cities, run out of parts of towns, when they're being defunded all because of the actions of a few bad police officers, there's a genuine problem with our system.
To this side, or you're all the way over here to this side, and these two
Yeah,
guys
he
just
really
run at
got
each other
me
like this, like two brick
that bad.
walls, and no one wants to work together on anything, and no one wants to compromise, and no one wants to actually see things as they are. They just want to live in their own big, like, cultish followings and just hate each other constantly and think that each other is the villain, right? And that's the saddest thing, is that our country will never improve acting like that. Now, going
Both
hand
of
in
them are
hand
the
with
villain. Both of them are the
sadly, on the
villain, sir.
internet, there's so many people that are polarizing to one side or the other that, God forbid, you say something political that either agrees or
Yeah,
disagrees
he
with
really
one of
got
those
me,
sides.
bro.
Now they hate you. So imagine, here I am. I'm a content creator who makes gaming content, and people like the gaming content. And now I start talking politics, and God forbid that I say something that you don't like. Now all of a sudden, how many people will be like, well, you know, I like Phil's gaming, but
If you aren't willing to stand on what you say, don't say it. It's that simple. If you can't handle the repercussions of your words, don't say them. It's that simple. Don't do it then.
man, he said that thing. He just doesn't agree with me politically on it, so I can't ever watch his content
It's like
ever
his
again.
brain
None of it.
is
I
this
can never watch
close.
any of it.
Just like
Fuck the
this
gaming
close
because
to the
he
answer.
doesn't agree with
Just
me on
this
this
close to
political
the
stance.
answer.
And it's like, what? That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Right? Like, that's the dumbest mentality I've ever heard. There's tons of people on this planet I don't agree with, but I can still enjoy the things that they do. Actors, musicians, sports people, content creators on the internet. Hell, there's a ton of content creators on the
Is
internet
he
that
slyly saying that he enjoys detractor content? Phil, are you letting out a little too much? We already know. We already know you're trying to peek
are
out
very
from the
polarized
closet,
when it
bro.
comes to politics, and I know that, and I pay no attention to that. I just, I watch the content, and that's it, right?
I watch the content, and that's it, right? Here, let me chug my water. Drink, drink, drink,
But it
drink, drink.
really feels to me like there's just a lot of people who don't do that. If you don't 100% agree with me, you're my enemy, and I hate you. And that's ridiculous.
That's
What a
literally
stupid,
you,
immature.
you stupid bitch. That's you. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god, that's literally you. That is literally you. You live in your walled off community, bro. Tyro and Seven. There was a dude in his chat yesterday, or like I think a couple weeks ago, that was named Tyrone, and it completely went over his head. It was pretty funny.
Not developed mindset that is, but so many people are still like that to this day. They do it to me with games, right? So right now, I'm 80 some hours into Baldur's Gate 3. Do you really think I would be 80?
He's complaining about people telling him to actually develop the relationships with the characters, but he thinks that people just want him to play the sex games. Bro, they want you to actually experience the characters, not just rush through the main story like you are. Do you not understand? He obviously doesn't because he's going to continue to bitch about it.
80 some hours into a game that I don't like. I mean, let's be realistic here. No, I would have quit it ages ago. I'm
But this is
liking the
the only
Baldur's Gate
game
3
that's
playthrough
making
because,
money
again,
at the
you guys
moment,
are here,
Phil.
we're engaging, and we're having a great time with it. And that's why I'm persevering through it, despite the fact there are things about the game I don't like. Certain parts, like the gameplay mechanics and the exploration and things like that, I just don't like. And I've criticized them. That doesn't mean I dislike the game, but people can't understand that. Wait a minute. You're criticizing something?
Did this same shit with Final Fantasy 16, bro. He said 99% of the game was bad. He said the story was bad, or the story was badly written, but that the story was good. It makes no sense. If you hate 98% of something, you think it's bad. If you hate 70% of a thing, you think it's primarily bad. Good fucking lord, dude.
But you don't hate it? Yeah, because I'm not a 5-year-old. I don't believe that there's heroes and villains and ultimate good versus ultimate evil. And I don't have to absolutely love or absolutely hate. I can actually have a stance in the middle somewhere because I have that level of maturity in my brain. But a lot of people feel with just emotion. And the moment that they get something they don't like,
This
that's
is
it.
the
I hate
same
it. And that's
guy.
what I mean.
This is the same guy that has an infatuation with scat humor. Shut the fuck up, Phil.
That's what I'm really worried about going forward in my life. If we're going to do this kind of content, right? And we're going to do political talk and stuff like that, that there's going to be people that are just straight up upset with me because they don't agree with what I say. And now they are never going to want to check out my stuff ever again. And that's concerning, you know?
Oh my God, Phil. Phil, it's almost like being antagonistic towards the people whom you depend on to pay your fucking bills isn't fucking working for you. He's so shocked. Look at his face. He's like, "Oh, I see it now." He still doesn't though.
No, I'm not a giant guy on YouTube. I'm not someone with millions.
I'm a giant guy, bro. That gut says you're two fucking fries away from a heart attack. And that fucking the Jim Ross lip you got going on there says you might be dealing with one already. God, maybe I'm having a heart attack over here tripping over my words and shit. Shit, wrong button.
And millions of views. And if I lose a big chunk of my viewer base because someone doesn't agree with me politically, that could kill my business, right? So that's why, because a lot of people say, well, we want this.
It's funny how he says everybody misconstrues what he says, yet he literally uses words wrong deliberately so he can say that. Like he says that certain words are just mannerisms in his speech to explain that he's just saying things up front and being direct. This guy's a dumbass. Yep, just as long as he gets paid, which
We're
I
asking for this.
admire,
We want this
but
now.
not when
And I'm
it's
like, I don't
your
know.
only
Should I or should
characteristic.
I not? I'll tell you this: if I ever do political content, it is
I
not going to
mean,
be on.
if he was like completely focused on building his business and a family, right? A legit actual family where he was having kids, I would 100% understand his insistence on making as much money as possible. But it's literally just him, his boyfriend, and his cat. I mean, him, Cat, and Jasper. Yeah.
On
We
YouTube.
all know,
I have to go
Phil.
somewhere else. I have to go somewhere where like you're not going to get canceled and shit because of stuff you said. I know there's other places. Like I know people have talked about Rumble and stuff like that. Like maybe that would be the future is that I do that kind of content.
But if you have to run from the place you are to speak your mind, right? Maybe what you're saying is wrong. Maybe what you're saying is bad. You know? Okay, let me preface that. If you aren't somebody that's pushed off of a platform, like let's say Russell Brand, a dude who was pushed off a platform for his political takes, right? And he went to Rumble. That's understandable. He had to go there. But if you're running from a platform of your fan base, then you're hiding who you actually are, and that proves it. That who you are on stream now is not who you are behind the scenes. And I mean, it's probably not that drastic, right? But you absolutely are a different person off stream. You're not as wannabe Mr. Rogers, fucking I'm super nice all the time. I mean, all we have to do is take a look at the way you treated Kat on your stream. You talked over her, you devalued her opinion, you constantly made fun of her, you constantly paraded her around in front of people and allowed people to speak out of her name in your chat. Yeah, you ultimately ended up banning them, but it got to the point where she was having to point them out, and you were just completely oblivious to it, and you didn't give a shit. And then she's like, I'm tired. And instead of pausing the thing and being like, okay, she's going to dip out for the rest of the stream and we're just going to take care of it ourselves, you know? You didn't do that. You were completely oblivious, letting her sit there like a fucking dead walrus on the beach, you know, like this with her fucking mouth agape. And it's just like, what the fuck is your problem? You're one of the worst people I think I've seen on this platform. And
Content on a
that's
different
based
place
solely
because
on
I'll be
your
honest. I do. I feel like it
persona.
wouldn't be fair if I do it here. You might get people who are just fucking stupid.
If I do it here, you're gonna get people who just don't agree with me. Like the stupid person, OIC, I think her name is.
About it, right? And the funny part is, I'm not Republican. I want you to understand that. Like, I'm not conservative. So I would be on Rumble
Registered
talking
Republican.
not all the way to the right, which is going to be the rare thing because I think Rumble is where all the conservatives ran when they were getting like kicked off of YouTube, right?
Then why would you go there?
So I don't know. Like, I don't know. You know, again,
If
this
you
is just
aren't
me
conservative,
talking because I get
wouldn't
such
the
mixed
idea to
feedback.
be to
Come
go to
back on the
fucking
podcast. We want less
what
talking.
was it?
Oh, by the
Um
way, tonight on the late stream,
Twitch?
please do a chill session
Hey
where
buddy,
all
you
you
wanna go
do is
out there?
talk.
Okay.
What? Right? I don't know, man. I don't know, man. No, see, that's the thing too. Orange says I feel like DSP would end up being labeled certain things like being pure right wing because of a few views he has that contradict leftist views. Yeah, but guess what? I have some views that contradict rightist conservative views. So that's the thing is like people would label me as two things I'm not. Perfect example of this. I know this is a lighter example. When I started as a YouTuber, I told everyone my favorite console was the Xbox 360. I love the Xbox 360. I liked it way more than PS3. So I was a total Xbox fanboy.
Bro, you were a fanboy. You literally have the Xbox logo in your open. Like what?
According to everyone on the internet. Man, that DSP, all he cares about is stuff on Xbox. Xbox fanboy, don't listen to what he says. Then the next console generation, I outright told everyone, I like PlayStation 4 way more than the Xbox One. I think it's a much better console, better games. You know, everything's better on PlayStation 4. All of a sudden,
That's not your opinion. That's the prevailing narrative. Everybody knows it was the PlayStation, the N64, right? And then it was the PlayStation 2 and the Xbox, and then the GameCube. I liked the GameCube the most, but let's be real, the two most popular were the Xbox and the PlayStation. And then during the PS3, it was 360 versus PlayStation 3. 360 was undoubtedly the better console, the better value, and it's like it's a fact. You're just stating the narrative, like the fucking. You're just telling the truth, you stupid fuck, and you're like, it was all me. It was my opinion first. I'm like, what? You're just stating what the facts are. And then you're gonna say like the PS5 is better than the Xbox One. And then you're gonna say that whatever this fucking
public opinions.
guy.
Oh, he's a Sony fanboy. He's a Sony pony.
Watch
Didn't you know
this.
DarkSydeDrill? He's a shill for Sony. It's like, what? How could I have been an Xbox fanboy, but now I'm a Sony fanboy? It doesn't even make sense what you're saying. And now this console, Jen, I tell you guys, I like them equally.
This guy driving me bonkers.
So I can't imagine what people say. You know what I mean? But you're right. Like now, imagine that I'm talking politics. I'm saying, well, I agree with this, but they're completely different from the different parties. I don't know, but I bet you people would always spin it in some stupid negative way.
Okay,
Right?
now say which one do you like
Anyway,
more, the PlayStation 4
this is
or the
just me
Xbox
talking, 'cause,
One?
again, I don't really know what to do.
Which
With
one
my
do you like
content
more, the
when I get
PlayStation
so many
5
conflicting
or the
pieces of
Series
feedback,
X and
right? It really is
S?
confusing. It makes me scratch my head. I don't.
In my opinion, it goes like this, okay? It was the PlayStation 1, the GameCube, the PlayStation 2, and then the Xbox, and then 360, PlayStation 3, Wii, and then the Wii U at the end, because that was a complete bust. And then it was the PlayStation 4, right? Then it was the Xbox One, and then it was the Switch, and now it's PlayStation 5. The best console on the market, in my opinion. Obviously, the Xbox is more powerful. It has Game Pass, and I think it has what cross purchase with what the Game Pass where you can load up your saves and shit uh online or on the computer or something like that. A great value. But I believe that PlayStation is the better console for what I like. I like action games. I like single player story narrative driven games. I like fighting games. This is a better controller for fighting games because the D-pad is where the thumb would be and it's not like under a thumbstick, you know? To me, it's a better console because I like those things over shooting games. And I honestly don't feel that Xbox, right, or Microsoft have been delivering anything of worth aside from Game Pass. And I have Game Pass on PC for what the limited games I can play on the shit that I have now. And I don't really have anything, you know? But why do you feel so scared to just state what your opinion is instead of just stating what the popular opinion is? Because that's all you're doing. That's all you're doing.
I don't know what to do when I don't. Oh, you're right. Actually, Battleduck says now you're just called like a console pleb. You're right because I like PS5 and Xbox Series X. I'm the console pleb, but I should be playing on PC, so I'm just a pleb.
No, you're too stupid to play on PC. You literally bought one for like $3,000, played it once, and then put it in the closet because you didn't know how to use it. Shut the fuck up, Phil. Shut the absolute fuck up, you stupid bitch.
Right? There you go.
I
There you go.
That's from a console platform because I like the Xbox and the PlayStation, but not the PC.
You don't like PC because you can't play PC. You're too stupid.
Huh, I want to play
That
Fightcade.
makes perfect sense.
If the motherfucker, if your audience didn't tell you how to set up fucking Steam, you wouldn't have known. I really want to punch this guy in Minecraft. In the Minecrafts. What the fuck? What the fuck? I have no idea what that was. All right, let's see if Chill is act. Oh my god, his ass is still in the pre-roll. No. I I don't want to play some games for a couple, like 20 minutes. Um, mm, oh, oh, I spelled that wrong. No, yeah.
What we're gonna do right here is go back, way back into time.
All right. Oh yeah, I should open up my email. Last time my shit got shut down because apparently I didn't respond to a copyright notice or some shit. Bro, Deathstroke needs to be a Mortal Kombat character. Let's turn this down.
Sub-Zero. Goro. Kenshi. Scorpion.
You will not hinder the Lin Kuei's advance.
I'll break your clan as I broke the Yakuza.
Sucks, my PC, I don't know what's wrong with it, but I need to buy a new one. I do believe that it's not suitable for what I need it for anymore. So, I think I might need to get a new PC. Of course. Every time, bro. That hardly ever works. I really need to incorporate Goro a little bit more. Oh, that should have caught me.
Mind your place.
Brutality. Sub-Zero.
Oh no, I didn't. Oh shit, I gotta do that. Okay. I fucked up, guys. Sorry. Hold on. Hopefully you guys can hear it now. I'm stupid, guys. I'm sorry.
Rain. Darius.
With your skill with water and mine with ice. I've had enough of conspiracies, Sub-Zero.
I used the wrong one. I should have went 2-1. I went 1-2.
Finish him. Sub-Zero.
Ah, shit. Ah, shit. I didn't keep the motion going and I lost it. All right. All right. Let's go into
Series he just takes himself. Like, you know how he calls his shit a podcast, bro? You know what I'm saying? He calls all his shit a business and all that for him. It's
And
so
I'm like,
odd.
All right, if that's really what you want, let's do it tonight. Let's see what you guys want to chat about. So that's really it. Like, there's nothing else to this stream. There's no ulterior motive. This is not a fundraiser. This is not, oh, we're trying to solve an issue and we had to have a
You already made
emergency
50
late
bucks,
night stream
bro.
to figure that out. It's nothing like that. It's just people want to hang out.
there we go. Let's
All right,
move it.
already thank you to the people who already early contributed. I appreciate that. All right, so let's start. Hiseo, 33 months as a member at the super supporter level. He says, I'm ready to enjoy a chill stream with some drinks in hand. I had my coffee before
You
the
have
stream,
to have drinks
and it's a
in
little
hand
early
to
for me
watch
to be
Phil
drinking
sometimes,
7:18 p.m. You know, I might, maybe if I have a drink later tonight with my wife, that's one thing. Well, I probably am not going to be drinking liquor right now, so I just got my filtered water in my thermos.
No, you fucking don't. That's alcohol, bitch.
Not Brita, it's the other one.
Get out of
God, I
here,
can't
Phil.
remember what it's called now. The one that I Pure, P-U-R. Pure. It's a pure filtered water.
He is lying through his fucking gross looking teeth, dude. Fucking mixed gin in that motherfucker. Like Phil's sitting here drinking water, dog.
Water in a little thermos there. That's what I drink on my late stream.
Nah.
And by the way, I was just saying to my audience before
Phil's
we begin, because I'm going to start answering questions. It's a great opportunity to do this tonight.
Funny.
The reason really being, tomorrow on the podcast, we got major things to talk about in gaming news. We've got a Nintendo Direct going on in the morning, and Elden Ring is going to have its very first ever trailer preview of its upcoming DLC.
Bro, he's going to sit here and milk the dog shit out of it. Oh my god. Bro, if you guys were here for it, remember Phil playing fucking Elden Ring? Not just the first time, but the second time when he tried to do that corny-ass Just Magic build, bro. Oh my god, so obnoxious. He's gonna go back to Elden Ring and try to milk it probably a week before it comes out. Alright guys, let's see how far we could get with the magic build that we started last year, we dropped, before the new DLC comes out. And then he's gonna milk the fuck out the DLC. Like, oh my god, I hate this guy. I wish he'd just stop playing games. I'd be okay with it at this
So we will
point.
have gaming-related things to
God
talk
damn it,
about
man.
in the morning. So it makes a lot of sense to do this tonight, so that way tomorrow we can
Like,
focus
people
on the
still
gaming stuff and
pay
not worry about,
literally
we ran
this
out of time.
guy to
So there
play
you go.
video games. It's kind of
All right, so let's see. If you guys want to chat, ask me a question or whatever, tag me in the chat at DSP Gaming. Any contributions that come in, I'm going to shout out and address those as well. So let's see what you guys have on your minds tonight. Good evening. RAC says, hope your night's going well. So far, so good. It's good, relaxing, chill weather outside right now. Good, a good, you know, kind of cool air breeze coming through. What's up, No Sleep Real Vibes? Good evening. How you doing, man? Dabian says, I don't get the hype for the Elden Ring stuff. It'll look like the regular Elden Ring. People need to relax. Well, here's the thing. I think the reason people are excited is because, number one, there hasn't been any new Elden Ring content in 2 years. Elden Ring came out 2 years ago, if you can believe it. And it's a great game. People loved it. It was the best-selling FromSoft game, right? And people were expecting that they were going to have the DLC right away. And that didn't happen. It's been 2 whole years. And everyone's now like, well, what happened, right? Even me, I've started a second run and everything. And, like, you know, it'd be nice if they had new content. Now, you're right. Do I believe that they will actually have brand new gameplay content?
I didn't even do
But likely it'll be they're going to show the new dungeons, some new bosses,
My first
maybe a new
playthrough took
weapon
me like
or two, a
200
new spell
hours,
or two,
I
right?
think, bro.
You're right. It's not going to be like, oh, they redesigned the game. Look at all this brand new shit. Now you can fly on a flying Pegasus horse and shoot lasers out of your butthole as you spin in the air and decapitate enemies. It's not going to be like that. You're right. It's going to look like Elden Ring.
What's up,
But
Extra Galactic?
people are excited. I am too. I would like some new FromSoft gameplay. Like, even last year I was craving it, so we did, you know, the first 2/3 of a second run. Then we put it on hiatus. Then I played Lives of P, and Lives of P was really good. And that was like, wow, gave you the bug back. Like, when's FromSoft doing it again? And now they're going to do it again. So I get the hype. I understand it. Is it super hype like a new game from FromSoft? No. But at the same time, to get more content in Elden Ring is pretty cool.
I'm
so
hyped
I am
as
looking
fuck.
forward to that.
Finally.
Good evening, Avarice. Tub says chicken nuggets or tenders. I mean, if you have the choice, you obviously go for tenders, right? But it depends. Like, if you're talking like, you go to Popeyes and you get your amazing gourmet chicken tenders. If you're talking like in the freezer, the grocer's freezer or whatever, they're all the same. Like, chicken nuggets and tenders are the fucking same if you buy them at a grocery store, right? It doesn't matter. It probably tastes exactly the same. But if you're talking like fast food, yeah, I would go for the tenders. Clay JT says, what's better, Baldur's Gate 3 or Elden Ring? Well, here's the thing. It depends on your perspective. Are you an Elden Ringer? Or are you a Baldarian die roller? 20-sided die roller, right? I don't know. If the Elden Ringers all stood up in a big army with their hands above their heads like this, and then the Baldur's Gators ran up with their dice and they were shaking them like this and started rolling, who would win? I don't know. That's a tough question. You might actually create a big black hole, like that sucks everyone in, destroys all of reality. I'm not sure.
He could never be normal.
Slayer, good to have you here tonight. I missed your entire message. It just scrolled off the screen. Sorry, but I saw that you were here tonight. Did I hear about a new Xbox console coming out in 2028? They're just targeting a new console, and they said they want it to be new tech, but there's no actual new console to speak of yet. Is salami a legit pizza topping? I've never had actual salami on a pizza. I've had pepperoni of various kinds on a pizza, like regular and spicy, but I've never had salami on a pizza. I'm sure it could be a pizza topping, but I've never had that. Slayer says, did you see the comments I posted on Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth? Yes. Yes. I've completely forgotten about Revolve Bar. I haven't returned once, right? So I don't have any of the drink links or anything unlocked in Like a Dragon. I haven't gone back. You're right. Like, I think for both Kiryu and for Tomi, their links are like up to over level 30 friendship links, and I think that now Shitose is like 20 something. So if I went back there, I'd probably get multiple levels of upgrade to make combat better. I need to do that at some point. Will I ever continue my Magic run in Elden Ring or restart? I guess it really depends on what we learn about the DLC, because we have to figure out where does the DLC activate, right? Once we know that, then we can say, oh, well, in the Magic run, I was already there, right? Or
I knew it. Called it. I fucking called it, bro. I fucking called it, dude. We don't know.
I'm down to continue the Magic run.
No, that's what he wants to do.
Almost a year. We
suspended
it in May of last year, but then Street Fighter 6 came out, and that like took out all my time from the summer onward.
And yeah, we're gonna be stuck with him playing fucking Elden Ring. Oh God, bro.
What is my least favorite Italian food?
Sucks. Literally, Phil
What
sucks,
is my
man.
least favorite Italian food? That would be a hard question. There's probably certain kinds of pasta I don't like as much. Like when I think Italian food, I typically think of like marinara sauce, something red sauce. They have other sauces that aren't like that. Like they have butter or wine sauce or Alfredo sauce. I prefer red sauce to those, even though I'll have those every once in a while. Like I think a good chicken marsala is really good, but I would prefer to have a red sauce over that. So it's not that I don't like those dishes, I just don't like them as much. Or a white pie, you know, if they have the white pizza pies. My mom loves a white pie with broccoli and onions. That's like one of her favorite kinds of Italian pizza to get. A white pie with broccoli and onions. I don't like that. I like it with sauce. I like a red pie. I would never want just a white pie. So maybe those would be the things that I would pick.
Yeah, it's too healthy for Phil, bro.
Let's see here. I received a $10 tip.
It's not robust. See here. It doesn't have the robust tomatoes and whatnot.
So the tip is from someone named Cody. I said, I know you don't watch wrestling anymore. WWE's current top star is finishing the story.
Fucking chose.
Is finishing your story going on a honeymoon with Kat, or maybe having a conversation with John Rambo? First of all, let's address a few things, okay? We have already addressed all of my past with John Rambo and all of that. That stuff is long in the past. There's no lingering stuff there. That's been dealt with, talked about. It's done, okay? There's zero desire for me to go back and talk to someone who I have not spoken to now in almost 9 years, who has moved on with their life, has no internet presence, literally has made zero effort to ever reach out to me and talk to me again. No.
We're on the shit show.
I don't have any desire to talk to John Rambo again.
We're
I wish him well. I hope he has a great life. But
back to back level 1 podcast
in any way anymore, right?
It's sick.
Do I want to go on a honeymoon with my wife? Oh, of course I do. I mean, I'd be crazy to say no. Of course, I would love to one day be able to go on a nice trip with Kat and enjoy and do what we should have done when we got married 5 years ago. Because yes, we're going on our 5th wedding anniversary this April, and we haven't done anything really together since we got married. That was the last thing we actually did together outside of just going out locally. We haven't done anything. You know, so many things have changed since our wedding. You know, COVID kind of rocked everything. Inflation destroyed stuff, you know, and it just so happens, you know, all these life things going on and we just can't do anything. So, yes, we would eventually like to go on a honeymoon. Is that the end of my story? Finish the story? No.
Lee
My
May.
story
Motaro.
probably, you know, in the middle, right?
He will never leave.
My story's
Lei
Ever.
Chen prison was supposed to be impregnable.
Yet somehow I still freed the general.
Oh shit! I didn't know that. Sub-Zero freed the general from imprisonment? Oh fuck. Does that make him his number 2 over Reiko? Oh.
Co-op game Overcooked. I heard about it. People have mentioned it since Kat and I are eventually, you know, going to be looking for other co-op games to do. Then the game Overcooked has been presented as an option, and I'm sure we will look into it. I don't know anything about it though. I've never played it. Do I feel the fabled midlife crisis coming? No, I told you, I'm the anti-midlife crisis.
He's in the midlife crisis.
He is the exactly. I was just about to fucking say that. He is the midlife crisis, bro.
When they hit the age of 40, they look at their life.
At the age of 40, they're not gonna blah 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 blah.
They're with family, and maybe they feel like I'm trapped because now I have like a family with kids. I'm married, and I don't really like that, or there's parts of it you don't like, and they feel like they're trapped. Oh no, I have the family van car instead of the nice car I always wanted. I don't live in the nice house I wanted. Instead, I live in this house that's maybe good for the family. Stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's when you have the.
He doesn't have a family, dude.
No, hell no, Phil. Phil, there aren't certain criteria, dude, where you're just sitting here and get a midlife crisis. You're in a midlife crisis right now, bruh. The fuck? You're sitting here, bro.
I'm gonna take a dab, guys.
Dead-end fucking career, bro, perpetually pretty much making the same amount of money. No fucking chance of making more or really less, dude. Unless YouTube finally gets rid of your fucking ass, dude. He's sitting here jealous of the whole world around him and fucking sitting here fucking thinking about his life and how he should have probably been the bigger YouTuber and how all these other YouTubers, he literally thinks that they're inspired by him. Oh, they took my content, they got successful. And they don't get trolled like I do. I'm the internet's whippy boy. All this fucking bitching and coping he does on a daily basis, bro. And he thinks he ain't in no fucking midlife crisis. Because to have a midlife crisis, you have to be in a dead-end job, and you have to be married with kids, and like, things that he doesn't want. Phil's the one that doesn't want to have a job. Phil's the one that doesn't want to have fucking kids, because those are fucking real-life responsibilities, bro, that actual adults have, and he forever wants to live like a 15-year-old boy. Like this guy, he cracks me the fuck up. He's
the
funny.
Person in the middle of their life.
He's
I gotta go
guy.
Act like I'm a young kid again. I gotta go splurge money on a sports car, right? And I gotta completely change my lifestyle.
Bro, you be sitting here fucking splurging on video games and shit you don't even fucking need. And gambling, bro. You be sitting here, bro, paying fucking to pull all these Hogans and shit because it's a pay-to-win game. It is probably the one fucking area in your life, Phil, where you feel like a winner, bro, because you're a fucking loser, dude. I get it. I could sit here on a human level and be empathetic to that feeling. We've all felt like that, right? Feeling like maybe we weren't where we should be, and especially if you're as old as Phil, dog, right? Or my age. I know once in a while, like, I felt like the only person, bro, that is having my own issues and all that humph-rumph. But I don't know, man. This is life. This is a fucking goddamn man-child that makes 6 fucking figures a year trying to tell you what the fuck life's about.
I'm gonna act like I'm a young hip guy or something like that. I don't have that. I have the opposite.
Macaulay Culkin.
Literally, right now in my life, this midlife is better than when I was younger. When I was younger, I did not like my life. I suffered from depression. I hated who I was. I hated everything about it. And now that I'm older in the middle of my life,
Phil.
this is the best I've ever enjoyed my life. So it's the complete opposite. How could I have a midlife crisis when I'm loving now my life more than I had when I was younger, right? So no, you know, it's not for me. It's the complete opposite of people who go.
Phil, I'm pretty sure, bro, he be sitting here, dog, having fever dreams about his younger days. You know? Like, he still had a grip of money. He was making a bunch of money on YouTube, doing nothing. Everyone fucking loved him for the most part. But all that shit that he wishes he had today.
Through that.
That's his fault, though.
That's right. Life
Instead
has a
of working harder, bro,
that's absolutely
he'd go
correct.
on little staycations with Leanna, dog.
Dark Gaming says, I'm waiting for you to become a hip-hop star like you were destined for. That's right. On stream every night with my my baseball cap curved to the side. You know, a big grills, a big chain hang, all the gaudy rings on my hands. And I'm sitting here in like a big hoodie with all kinds of, you know, graffiti designs on it. This is Dizzyeight coming to you live from the streets of Seattle. Here we go. The rebranding begins. Clay JT says people who hit 50 and then they get frosted tips. Exactly. If you haven't noticed, I mean, the only thing I've changed is my wardrobe because people have asked me to. They're like, you know, you're 40 years old, you're wearing gamer shirts. I guess it makes sense. I've been wearing the same gamer shirts for 10 years. So now I'm wearing just clothes that I had. And it's like,
You've been wearing clothes that I've had.
It was normal. Like, this is what I actually wear. I don't wear gamer shirts all day. I just wear them when I'm on stream.
No, shut the fuck up. You motherfucker, Phil. Come on. Oh, yeah, I don't wear stuff when I'm not streaming.
I don't know anything about Ip Man movies now. What would my rapper name be? Philly Blunt. Devin, we literally just talked about the Elden Ring DLC, like moments ago. You must have missed it. So, Kiryu does not have drink links. It's for Tomi and Chitose. Okay. Got it. Knocked, no one has any clue what you're talking about, including me, so you can stop repeating that in the chat now. Chill Phil, maybe Chill Phil, Chili Philly. I've never tried Nutella rolled cookies. No, I've had Nutella, and it's delicious, but I never had it in a cookie. Kat and Jasper are great. They're downstairs relaxing. What is my favorite gaming genre? I don't have one. There's many genres that I enjoy. I have favorites within genres, but I don't have a favorite genre overall because I like variety. Much like with food, if I just did the same kind of game all the time and said, oh, it's my favorite, I'd actually not like it anymore. I get bored of it. I like variety. So if I eat pizza today, then tomorrow I don't want pizza. Tomorrow I want ramen. And then the next day maybe I want curry, right? So the same thing with my games. So today I'm playing a platformer. Tomorrow I want to do a fighting game. Then I want to do RPG. That's what keeps things going and makes it not boring. I don't have a favorite genre because of that. All right, Jade. Yeah, Jade, I know that you weren't down for. You're not really into Baldur's Gate. You know, you're waiting for the return of Like a Dragon. So, hang out with us tonight if you feel like it. If not, you know, Like a Dragon tomorrow night. What's going on, Dark Maggot? Good to see you tonight. Day's going good. My day is going well. It was a good day of Baldur's Gate 3 today. Great plot progress. We're now firmly into Act 3, which is good stuff going on. It's very different from Act 2. Had a good time with it. Dinner was fine. It was hot dogs and flavored rice. Very basic because my wife worked today. That is exactly the plan.
This bitch threw some fucking hot dogs in the microwave and boiled some ends ready rice. Get the fuck out of here, Phil. Get the fuck out of here. Talking about how your wife loves you, bitch. That's a sad dinner. That's a bitch that hates your ass. She's like, I'm not gonna come home and cook for this motherfucker, and she literally throws you hot dogs in the microwave.
So Helldivers 2 wasn't supposed to be this popular.
I can't believe
like the game developer is a smaller time game developer.
Right
and now it went virally popular.
He should be put in prison for the way he makes content.
So literally, people buying the game now can't play it. They just can't. It won't let them. And so people are like, well, fuck this, and they're going and playing other games. That's actually bad because when you're that popular, sometimes your overpopularity can lead to a level of failure, and it sounds like that's what's happening. Like, they just weren't equipped for this. So now they got hundreds of thousands of people trying to hit a server at a time, and it can't handle it. Just disconnect. No one can play.
Yeah, it's a normal thing.
Hopefully they get it under wraps. If it is so good of a game, it just sucks that happens.
Pretty normal, right? Especially when a game pops off out of nowhere, dude. Whatever. Dude, this fucking guy, he's fucking kicking my ass. Trying.
No,
hard.
my wife is not interested in playing fighting games competitively. She likes playing them casually or
why don't you
something
take
like that.
this
Like
fucking
Tekken,
energy to raid?
The first day that it came out, we played it a lot. We played it like a ton of hours that day. The next week we played it again, and then she played it like one more time, and she's like bored.
I don't understand that.
So it kind of sucks because she bought it, and I thought she would like it more, but that's kind of how it is. Like when she basically she did. Oh, she almost beat the arcade mode, which is the one with the simulated arcades, and she played a few character story missions, which was interesting. And she wanted to try online. And as soon as she went online, she saw how online play is. She's like, eh. She's like, because this is going to be the end game of it. I don't like it. I was like, well, that's that, I guess, right? She's just not into it. She's not into competitive games like that. Clay JT, this has already been answered on the podcast. I'm not here to rehash the same things we've talked about a ton of times on the show, so I recommend you check out some podcasts from last week if you want to hear my opinion on Xbox having some games go to PS5 and Switch. Good evening, Mark. Good to have you here. How you doing? Oh, Helldiver 2 has destroyed Suicide Squad. Helldiver 2 has sold way more than Suicide Squad.
Wait, isn't this
and then Suicide Squad's dead. Like, anyone who was gonna play Suicide Squad got Helldivers 2.
Oh, we do.
And that's
fucking good.
Very early signs and stages of carpal tunnel. And I feel like if I keep doing things like using an exercise,
this guy really thinks
like
he has carpal tunnel, bro, from holding a fucking remote. Get the fuck out of my face.
It shouldn't be a massive thing, but undoubtedly it's gonna happen. Like if I'm already seeing the signs of it at 41, as I get older, the next 10, 15 years, you know it's gonna get worse and worse every year, right? So it's just an inevitability. You get older and these things happen. Like my dad too. I know as he got older, his hands and things kind of got messed up. Are you retiring at 42 or 43? No. I might change up what I do. I might change up my formula. I might change up the format of content that I make. It might not be full-time gaming anymore, but I'm not quitting. I love this. I want to do this literally for as long as I can, as long as I'm capable of doing it because I love this job. I've now been doing it full-time since 2011. So you took 13 years of my life. 13 years of my life I've done this. I want to continue. How much do you have left in the tank? Oh, I got a lot more to go. I got a lot more to go, like I keep telling you guys. I feel like we haven't even begun in certain areas. And mostly I do gaming. Yes, I delve into other topics every once in a while, but it's mostly gaming. There's so much more that we can explore and do together here on streaming that I have not even really scratched the surface. That's why it's funny when you look at some other YouTubers and it's like, so they started off doing this thing, then that fell off, so then they jumped on the next trend, then that fell off, they jumped on the next trend, and that fell off, and now they're desperate and they don't know what to do. No content, right? So now they do what everyone else does. They bite other people's content. They just react to other people's content or whatever. I literally have only been doing gaming for 15 years, and I'm still good. I think that says something, right? But
you were never good, you lying-ass bitch. What the fuck?
You know what I'm saying? For your final stream, will you end the stream with your cowboy hat on the chair and your original vest laying on the chair? I have no idea. I'm really, again, you're acting like for some reason this is the end. This is not the end of anything. In fact, like I said, one of the major reasons why I decided
this shit's gonna
that I did
end
not
with
want
this
to do this
fucker having
documentary
a heart
with Mike Club
attack
this
in
year
front of
is because I
all
feel
of
like a
us,
documentary
bro.
like that needs to be done at the end.
He's gonna be
like
dead
when you're
in
on
that
your last
fucking
legs,
chair
when
for
you're
a
on the
couple
road,
hours
this is
before
what your final
YouTube finally
statement to the
cuts
world is
his
going to be.
stream off.
Then you do a documentary like that. I feel like my story is right in the middle. We're not even close to the end of the finish line yet. So why would I make like a documentary that feels like a desperate thing when it's not at all?
It's not over,
I think that's what a lot of people were misunderstanding because they saw that Boogie documentary that Mike Klum did, and everyone was like, "Wow, That totally was a cry for help.
There's something wrong with this fucking guy.
Please feel bad for me and help me. And why are you doing
Oh
that
goddamn!
documentary? I was like, that's
That
not
dad kicked my fucking ass. Oh my fucking god! Oh god!
What are you doing? 911, bro. I'm gonna sit there and
you're
laugh.
good then, right? I was like, you know what? You guys are kind of right. I don't see the point.
I'm honestly
gonna
sit there, record it, and fucking laugh, and I'm gonna put it on a fucking horror website, bro.
DC, good evening.
Retarded streamer dies
involving rain.
Live
Rain
on
cloud
camera.
cover skies, the relaxing calming rain,
Fuck
water
Phil,
sound
dude.
soothe souls. We got rain outside right now. So it's a very pertinent haiku. Thank you, DC. Top says, Dave the Diver and Dredge are pretty fun fishing games that you missed. Dredge has horror elements, but they're not fishing games. They're both other kinds of games with fishing as an element. It's not sit there and relax with fishing. Do you see my point? Like, what were the two things of fishing that people like the most? Me fishing in Minecraft, which literally you're focused on just chill fishing with this nice relaxing rain sound coming down, or doing an actual fishing game like Bassmaster. You're talking about like survival games and other games that have a fishing element. That's very different. You see the difference? Starting Infinite Wealth now, Pizza Box. Good luck. I don't know. Going from guide and right into Infinite Wealth is a ton. Even I needed a little bit of a break. Mark said, I've never been to America. Trump versus Biden is interesting. I would love to hear your talk about politics, and you can still play games in between. I know. We'll see what happens this year. I'm considering it, but I don't know yet. I don't know if I'm ready to do it yet. Nightman says, I respect you for not doing that documentary. That was probably the best decision. For now, I think it was the best decision. Again, I'm not saying never. I think there might be a time in my life where the documentary
He's a lying
makes
ass
a little
bitch.
sense. I just don't think it's now. Right?
I don't think it's now. I just think I can coast off of you guys for a while still.
I've never really
I don't need to try anything new.
Haseo says, why do all pirate games fail?
No, because pirates fucking suck. Pirates are the dumbest fucking shit to ever fucking exist. Pirates are stupid. They're stupid. Ninjas will always be better. Pirates suck. Pirates of the Caribbean, the shittiest fucking movie I've ever seen. I hate fucking pirates. They're dumb. And I hate cowboys too. Cowboys and fucking pirates. They're the dumbest thing we've ever done as people. I hate both of them.
Because Black Flag took a formula that worked from Assassin's Creed and combined it with pirate elements to make a unique experience. But it's not that they don't work. Like, for example, Sea of Thieves, when it launched, didn't have content. When they eventually tweaked the game and added a bunch of content, apparently the game got great, and now it has its own community who's really into it. But they launched it bare bones, and that was their mistake, okay? Skull and Bones isn't even a video game. Skull and Bones is a mobile game that they released on console and PC to pretend like it's a full game.
What?
It's
love mobile
it's
games,
an unfinished
Phil.
mobile game. It's really
It's
pathetic.
an unfinished mobile game.
We'll have to take the
They
master at his
tried
word
to-
here,
they
guys.
wanted to cancel it, which is what they tried to do many times, but they were roped into releasing it.
Ooh, the
Singapore
car
government
missed me.
took a grant there to develop it, so I think they had to do it no matter what. Seriously, I think they were screwed into that. So. Let's see here. Matthew Reed, if you could rephrase, because if you read your statement, there's a big grammatical error, so I can't understand what you're saying. If you rephrase that statement, maybe I'll answer it. Tito Man says, do you consider Zelda games to be therapeutic?
Come on, guys.
I feel that
I know we're
Zelda
going
can
to get
help.
some gold
Well, to
dust.
some extent. Like, for me, playing a game like Super Mario World or maybe like Zelda, Link to the Past, the classics, those could be considered therapeutic. Any game that you played a ton, especially a game from your youth, and you feel more comfortable playing it because you've played it so much, is very more relaxing and therapeutic. Than
That's
say
why
a
I
brand
play
new
this
one. Like
game
a
when I'm
new
on
Zelda,
stream
I wouldn't
sometimes.
say the new Zelda's therapeutic.
It's one of my favorite games to
but a
just sit
classic
and
Zelda game is to me.
get stoned and play. I
Nasty
thought,
fuck.
hey,
Wizard Man, as I've already explained,
people
which I
want
guess
me to
I
talk
if I'm
about,
to
you know,
understand it
other
correctly,
stuff, and I
okay?
need something to
People
fill
ask
in the
me,
background.
will I check out Kick, this other rival streaming website, right? Because let's all be real here. There is no growth on YouTube for streaming at all. It will never happen. Like,
What?
When you're on YouTube streaming, you are who
That's
you are.
bullshit.
And there is no way to get noticed. There's no way to branch out. Streaming on YouTube
How
is
would you
stagnant.
know?
It always has been and always will
Yo,
be.
how would he fucking know? You know what I mean? All this guy's done is take old defunct channels that already have a bunch of subs and re-fucking-purpose them, right? This guy ain't really started from zero, bro, since YouTube fucking first started. Right? He's like, yeah, it's no growth. No growth for him. No growth for him and his shit. And yeah, to a degree, it kind of sucks. Trying to, like, grow from nothing, right? But a lot of people do this shit for fun. Not really trying to get, like, $1 really out of it. Even some of the biggest streamers, bro, they just happen to get lucky, right? And then they use the money and kind of the shit they were on to fucking sit here and build their shit up. To do better streams and make better content and whatnot. But not Phil, bro. But, you know, whatever. It is what it is.
It's just the day they launch their streaming platform, they don't work on it, they don't
We'll just let that hang in the air. We'll see what happens.
As a streamer. I've accepted that. Okay, like, I know that, right?
For him.
Twitch, there's potential
for all of us.
Twitch continues to go down this toilet spinning spiral of bad choices and awful takes and things that are terrible. I would never go back to Twitch because I can't monetize my content there.
Good.
They
I want
won't
the
let
pizza.
me. And they won't explain why.
Yes, they will.
So why would I give them the time of day?
Bro, what?
So then people are like, well, what about Kick? This is a new competitor. Number one, Kick's business model is not sustainable. Kick is focused on paying people a ton of money, but that they're not generating the revenue to keep that business model.
If that was the case, then how come they're still active? Haven't they been active for like 4 or 5 years?
Right? It's never going to work. It's just a bunch of investors threw money in it, and so they're paying all the creators, but there's no model there that's going to work long term, in my opinion. Number two, Kick has no moderation. So someone like me
no,
Kick,
no moderation.
It does have moderation, bro.
The moment I stream on Kick,
he's
the
lying.
Chat
He's actually lying.
There's
There's moderation, bro.
Comments,
it isn't just like
me, doxing
that
people,
overt,
swastikas,
robust moderation that
and
Phil
every
like.
possible kind of thing that you would never want to see. That's all you're going to see in the chat there. So it's either I stream on Kick with no chat, or I stream on Kick with the worst chat possible. What's the point? The whole point of streaming is interactivity. I need a chat to interact with all of them.
I need an echo chamber of stupid people so my grift will work.
It's literally until they actually make their site manageable for real professionals rather than just
You're not a professional, you panhandling ass bitch.
To do anything on Kick. It's a waste of time. So okay. Let's see here. It's a moron. I can ignore the moron. There we go.
It's a moron, says the moron.
$3 tip came
Must be looking into the
Mulch
computer
Man.
screen.
Please promote usage of mulch to fight spring weeds. There you go. I assume mulch is pretty good. I don't know. I've never actually used it because I don't really have a garden or anything. So I don't know about the true benefits of mulch. I can only hear about it from third parties with vested interests. So, but thank you, Mulch Man, for the $3 tip. I appreciate it.
Yeah, because you don't have anything of interest outside of
Rumble
yourself.
Is the better choice. See, I don't know. Rumble, I thought you can't stream on Rumble. I thought that Rumble was trying to be like a competitor to YouTube with video sharing. But can you stream on Rumble? I don't know anything about that.
Dude, yes, you do.
I've already been
You're playing stupid. You're feigning ignorance, and it's so obvious to anybody with a fucking room temperature IQ, homeboy. You're fucking lying.
I don't know about this place.
Yes, you can guarantee your ass looked into it because you wanted to know if it was a better platform than YouTube.
Watching a playthrough on Blip TV, you know, 11 years ago, 12 years ago when they existed, because you couldn't watch anything in order. It was just you had to find the random part of a playthrough. Even if Rumble didn't even have that, it would be fine because it would be like the videos would be, okay, tonight we're going to discuss this topic in politics. This is going on, here's the date. So then you can just search by that, right? It's not like it's an ongoing narrative of a story where you need to have it in a playlist and you're uploading 1,000 videos. I wouldn't be doing that. But my concern would be the streaming. You know, that would be the streaming. Is it viable to stream over there? Can you stream over there? Because I need to have interactivity with an audience, or what's the point, right? Okay. Really? Rumble is a streaming site now? Okay, see, I didn't even know that. I did not even know that they had.
They've always been.
I haven't been over there to check it out.
Dude, shut up. You're fucking lying, bro. It's the upward inflection in his tone. Every time he says something, it always ends with a question. He's just trying to get people to agree with him.
Am I afraid of getting older? Yeah, I am. Because as I get older,
Because he's getting
I can't do the
dumber.
things that I used to do.
You're
My mental
supposed to
capacity
increase
depletes, my
in
physical
like common
capacity
sense as you
depletes.
get older.
You know,
You're
things
supposed
that
to
I used to do,
understand
like
certain
he's more
things.
87 years old.
Pain, I have
He
problems
already
with my
has
back. I know
dementia,
my
bro.
back's just going to get worse as I get older, and I'm going to continue to have issues with numbness and shooting pain and problems, and you know, and other
Don't
things
you
as well.
already have that problem?
So
It's
everyone's
why
afraid
you
of, everyone's
can't
afraid of
sit
their own
straight
mortality, I
or
feel,
sit
right?
still.
No, unless you
I almost died.
have a belief system where you believe that you're just like immortal and you're going to keep going on and on and
Do
on.
you
But for
believe
me,
you're
yeah,
an
I am afraid
immortal?
of mortality. Of course I am. At the same time, I am embracing it. If you haven't noticed,
I'm
have I
embracing it.
dyed my beard since it went mostly white? Am I doing anything?
No, but
You
he
used
dyes
to
his
dye
hair.
your
He dyes
fucking
his
beard,
hair.
bro?
I think he does.
About my receding hairline?
He
Do I really
dyes
do
his
that?
beard?
No,
My
I don't.
receding
It's something
hairline.
that's natural that happens to
It's
everyone. So
natural.
why freak out about it, right?
Why
In
freak
fact,
out
use
about
it
it?
to
Because
your
there are
advantage.
things
Use
you
my
can do to
experience
take
being 41,
precautions
about
to
to be
not
42
lose your
years old,
hair.
to relay things that have happened in my life and help others, right? As opposed
I'm
to
trying to
picking
help
some
others
kid,
by taking advantage of the
right?
disabled.
That'd be pretty stupid. No, I've never seen the show The Bear. I've heard about it on social media, but I've never seen an episode of it, nor do I know what it's about. So,
I don't know what you're talking about, and I would appreciate it if you didn't ask me stupid questions. Thank you.
With a dead fucking air, bro.
see,
Oh
I don't
my
know. Marks
god.
and other sites can't compete with Google, YouTube, Amazon, and Twitch. They're two of the richest corporations in the world. Although you're correct, what people are finding is that sadly, you can't just do certain kinds of content. Like political content is really tough to do on Twitch or YouTube right now.
What? You can do political content on Twitch? Isn't Hassan Piker like one of the biggest fucking streamers? And doesn't he stream on Twitch? He's a political streamer, and he's like solely on Twitch.
There are these places that are popping up. The better places like that because they don't really care what what side you're on, what you say. They
You can't hide from me, you goddamn triceraton ass bitch.
Oh God forbid, on YouTube you say something that can be misconstrued and you're trying to spread mass information and that could hurt people. Flag your video, demonetize your video, flag your channel, demonetize your channel, block your channel.
Oh, you mean how you literally fucking try? He's just saying he's gonna try and push misinformation, bro.
On certain topics,
Yeah, he
right?
totally
Right
sounds
now,
like
I can say anything I
a
want about a
Fence
video
City
game.
kind of guy.
But God forbid I say something.
Yeah,
about
not like
politics that
some
someone
kind of
doesn't agree with,
question
right?
man
That's
or
just how it
something.
is. So that's what I mean. Going
Anonymous
elsewhere for that stuff
question
probably makes a lot
man.
more sense.
Oh, I got flattened.
No, I probably would never
Goddamn
grow out my beard because it
triceratons.
bothers me. Unless I could find a way to get it to not bother me.
Fight
The
me.
times I've tried to grow out my beard for it itched too
Hit
much
me.
and really bothered me.
Come on.
And because of that, I didn't like it, and I ended up shaving.
I didn't like it, guys.
So maybe there is a way to get it so it
Can
doesn't make your
somebody
whole face
actually
itch,
just
but
do
I
this
couldn't
for me,
stand it
please?
when I tried to grow it out.
I can't grow my hair out because it will expose certain spots.
No, I would not eat a Carolina Reaper pepper on stream. I don't do pranks or dares on stream because I'm not an idiot. I have actual content to share with the world with me.
You have nothing. You have as much to share with the world as I do, bro. Nothing.
Like, this is not sitting here looking like a jackass,
ridiculous
bro.
things about
Exactly.
Having nothing to talk about at all.
That,
Fuck
you know what I mean?
this
I don't have to do
fucking
any
game,
of
bro.
that
What a
shit
F
because people
word.
watch my content regardless without stunts.
People watch my content without stunts.
You literally just pulled a stunt like last weekend where you tried to get a bunch of fucking money from your
You have to get past the
dumbass
PC stage, it lasts a
supporters.
week or two, and then it gets better. Oh, see, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
No, Twitch is the absolute worst. Twitch, unless you absolutely positively are 100% in the mindset of the people who run Twitch, you cannot do anything on Twitch outside of just like pansy level gaming. That's it. God forbid you're not completely in line with their mindset. They just say shit you didn't even do, right? Remember, they suspended me for a day, and they said I said a racist thing. I never said it, and then they actually apologized to me and unsuspended my channel, just because well, fuck you. No, you're not gonna shut down my business because you're an idiot and you fucking don't. You should be a moron about it. No, you're not gonna do that, right? Imagine that. Think of it this way. And I know, again, everyone always makes fun of me because it's always a restaurant or food analogy. But it's the equivalent of this.
You don't do anything
The
to
health
me.
inspector comes to your restaurant and closes the doors saying, I suspect that you have a health code violation inside, so I'm closing your restaurant. They close your restaurant for a whole day. So now everyone thinks that you have health code violations. They go inside the restaurant, they find nothing. Oh, sorry about that. And then they reopen your restaurant. But yeah, but you closed me for a day. The bad stigma is already associated with my restaurant. Or because why did you suspend me if I did nothing wrong? That's literally what Twitch does. They suspend you saying you did something wrong. Then they investigate, realize you didn't. And then they undo their mistake. That's the most unprofessional thing you could do. If a health inspector did that, they would probably get sued and lose their job. But you can't do that to Twitch because Twitch has all these clauses and shit in there to try to protect them, right? So I'm not going to deal with that nonsense. I'm not. I'm not dealing with unprofessional companies.
Dude's literally the most
Tommy Salami, you're talking about
unprofessional.
something completely different, and you have no idea what you're talking about, so you should shut up. That's a completely different issue. It has nothing to do with what we're talking about right now. I received a $1.30 tip from a troll, so I ignore the troll, and the troll can kiss my ass. Okay. Watching DSP Throwback, is there anything that I would go back and change about myself, knowing what I know now? See,
his hairline.
Here's the thing about, as they say, hindsight is 20/20.
Getting fat.
Do you think that anyone in like 2010
breaking up
had
with
any
Leanna
inkling that
because
there was
she's
gonna be a
undoubtedly
complete
more
culture
attractive than Kat?
and that
My
the
God.
things that were
Bro, he's literally just saying a bunch of bullshit
Yep.
that you hear on right-leaning channels. It's because of a culture shift that people don't like when I call people the F words or I say the N word all the time, and I can't just be an abrasive fucker whenever the fuck I want.
That's literally what it is.
Break the rules that are set in place and are clearly thrown in front of me. The culture. It's cancel culture. Like, bro, it's fucking being a crybaby bitch. Broke
That's
the
what it
fucking
is.
rules.
Tell him.
Happens to
Cook
all
'em.
of us, bro.
Cook 'em.
Fucking acting
Cook.
like when the right motherfuckers have shit, they don't be
considered
canceling
okay
motherfuckers.
in that time.
I'm
Come
actually
on,
having
man.
a lot of
Within
fun on
just,
the
like,
stream
5
tonight.
or
Shut
more
the
years,
I know
fuck
there's
up.
not very
There's
many
no
people
way.
here.
Not allowed.
But
You
I
know,
don't think
tiptoe
anyone saw that.
TOS and shit.
Right? Take a look at comedians from the 90s.
I'm
and
always
2000s
happy if
and how they
anybody
talk today.
stops
They're
by.
like, this is a crazy world. Everyone's just fucking cancelable and it's all bullshit. This is supposed to be comedy. Why does anyone take everything so seriously? It's supposed to be joking around and no one takes
Oh no,
offense.
I don't want to do
It's
the same one
opposite.
again.
Everyone takes offense at everything, right? You got to understand that when I did
Like,
the commentary back then,
you're not Dave
literally
Chappelle,
no
Phil.
one was offended. Everyone got the joke
There's
and
certain
laughed.
people
and
that
it was
Exactly.
get away
Dave
with some
Chappelle
wild
set
shit,
cultural
and you
standard,
think that
bro.
wasn't funny.
DSP
And I
just
was.
jerked
I
off
was
on
ranked
stream
in the
one
top.
day.
I was one of the top machinima partners at the time.
Yeah,
How
because you
can
made the
say that
most
it was- you know
shitty
what I'm saying?
content,
Like,
bro.
it was a culture shift that no one foresaw.
It was a culture
So
shift.
it's like, well, do I
It
regret
was a
what I did
culture
back then?
shift,
No,
guys.
not
No.
really. Now here's the thing. If there are people who
I want to
are
change
like,
to
"Hey, man,
Karai.
it wasn't
Played no
intentional,"
games
but you know that
tonight.
sometimes when you say
I'm
stuff, you
providing
can actually
the
offend someone
gameplay.
unintentionally. And maybe there are things
I'll
that I
provide
said
the
back then
mediocre
that people did take
gameplay
offense at
tonight,
because they
bro.
didn't understand that it was a
You're
joke
pretty
and
much
thought I
getting
was
a
being serious.
back-to-back
That
level
sucks.
1 fucking
You know, that's kind of
podcast,
just
dude.
an
It's
inevitability
lit.
when you're someone who's a
There we go. I
public-facing
want that
persona.
skin. Okay.
The things you say and do sometimes have impacts you don't expect. Like, I'll tell you right now, again, I always bring this up as the example. I used to always rag on Minecraft, right? I used to always say, oh, Minecraft's just for kiddies, for dumbasses. There's nothing of value in that game. It looks like a kiddie game. Look, it's all pixelated and shit. Who would like that game, right? And I did that for years and years. Ignorant statements about Minecraft. Not knowing,
He
not
still
playing
does
it, you know?
that.
Then
He
years
still
later,
does
I
that
actually
shit.
tried the game.
He did that for
and I
Baldur's
realized the
Gate
game was
3,
incredibly
bro.
good. I was like, wow, this
regarding
game
the
is way more
romance
than what it
and
looks
shit,
like on
like,
surface
what?
level. I was completely misunderstanding what this game is. I ended up playing it for like a year and a half and loving the game, and that's on me that I was so ignorant. But when I was younger, I didn't understand that what I said had weight and that people listened
Yes, you
because I
did,
believed in
bitch.
it.
Shut
No,
up.
bro, it's the
Care
fact
about
that you
things and
would
be
say
offended
shit
by
like
things
a
I said. I didn't
dickhead.
get that at all.
You still
I learned
do.
over the years.
I
that now what
learned.
say is
I
very
You didn't
learned.
learn
You
shit
still
because you still
shit
act
on
that
the
same
balance.
fucking
Shit
way.
other
From another
people like
person's
because he
perspective,
doesn't like
I
it,
want
bro.
to be a better person when I say things publicly because I know that I'm under the microscope and what I say gets echoed and resonated and trumpeted out there.
It does not get echoed. Nobody echoes you say unironically, dude.
Spin it in a way that's not what I actually
The
said,
only people who
right?
are saying this shit unironically
anyway,
are Jade,
do I
and
regret
we all
what I
know they
did
can barely
back then for
fucking form a
commentary?
sentence, bro.
No, I don't regret it. But certainly, if you knew the future, right? Like, for example, things I absolutely would have changed. Number one, I would not have reacted negatively to This Is How You Don't Play. I would have watched them myself. I would have literally watched them, reacted to them, and laughed at them. And if that had happened from day one, people would not hate me today. But what happened is it became fun to hate on me because I was the guy who was so angry.
Nah, it's because you are who you are, bro.
Right? Then I also would have adopted direct capture live streaming earlier. I would have become an interactive personality earlier. I took way too long to care about the fact that I had a live audience. That is a hotbed,
he's full of
not
shit.
Hotbed,
Don't forget, bro. Phil's so fucking
input,
mentally
unwell.
Nice. He would never do anything like
makes
this.
the content better. It really
would
does.
never
It
do
makes it
anything
more natural.
like
Look at
sit
it.
and
Right
react
now,
to people.
I've been doing this for 45 minutes.
He
People are
can't.
liking it. People are
He
contributing.
can't handle being made
watch
fun
this
of,
on
just
demand
like
and enjoy it after the
what's his
fact.
name?
I didn't have to
Wings of
script
Redemption.
anything. I don't have to do stupid sexual jokes and dumb comments.
I don't have to do stupid sexual jokes. I only make the sexual jokes when it's about shit.
Much better
And
the content that I
guys.
used to put out that was just camera at a TV, literally filled dead air 99% of the time I'm playing a game and talk out of my ass. It's just better.
Bro, that's all you do now. What the fuck are you talking about, bro?
There was no track record. There was no history. There was no example.
You know what? He's right. I should let the game be heard a little bit.
You know, people out there say, "Oh, Phil has failed."
That's not an excuse.
I don't think I failed. I just think that I didn't.
There were people I could copy off of. Wait, what?
Yeah, I made decisions that in a lot of cases, yes, and out loud, right?
What a
But at the
stupid
same
idiot.
time, would I have changed the things that I did back in the day, like to not do that kind of commentary or whatever? I don't think that it was intended in a way that you could say, well, wow, Phil was a real hateful person back then. You know, what a shame.
It made you a hateful person, because you're a hateful person now. Literally living in a goddamn echo chamber, bro. Lightning strike.
But there are definitely things I would have changed to have constant growth and go with the times rather than being stagnant and being very stubborn to change. And definitely I would have reacted way more positively and gotten the joke with people criticizing me.
You never get the joke, bro. Not even back then did you get the joke. Because you had the chance back then, when you were who you were back then, but you still reacted badly to it. You can't take a joke. Look at how you reacted to jokes about you now. You can't even handle people saying that your wife's cooking looks like a fucking Hot Pocket, bro. What the fuck are you talking about?
He's kind of tripping today.
For the record, I just should bring this up. People are so stupid. I should bring this up. When someone speaks on a topic and has a lot to say, that's not a rant.
It is.
Like,
it is. It's literally ranting, dumbass. It is literally a rant.
Look it up in the dictionary. It's so dumb. A rant is implying like an uncontrolled, almost like
Alright.
No.
Alright.
Echo.
Alright, Phil.
What is a rant?
Alright, Phil. Let's look up the definition of a rant. Just for you, baby boy. Just for old baby boy Phil. Hold on. Fuck.
The word rant can be used as a verb, meaning to declaim in a wild or vehement way, or as a noun, referring to extravagant or violent speech.
Dude? Hold on.
He's wrong. He's wrong. Because he is making statements in a wild and vehement way. What the fuck? It literally is ranting, dude. That's what you're doing.
But fuck it, man. I need some tunes, bro. I can't just listen to Phil like this. He's killing me right now.
He is ranting.
Guys, killing me. Let's see. What's the definition of a rant, bro? Speak or shout at length in a wild, impassioned way.
That's literally what he's doing. He's so dumb.
He's like, look up the definition. You're wrong.
and
Dumbass is fucking wrong. Wow, bad look, bro. This is what he's doing now, bro.
In a loud, uncontrolled, and angry way, often saying confused or silly things.
Let's him to a fucking T.
Oh shit! I'm dead. He rants about restaurants that serve burgers on a brioche bud, rather than something capable of absorbing the grease. Phil does this shit. He be ranting, bro. Why do people rant? Some are looking for solutions. Sorry, whatever. That's pretty much what Phil be doing.
Right? That's a rant. Ranting, full of emotion, angry about something, right?
No.
That's all he does. He raps and reads all day.
You're not nice, dude. You literally call people names when they disagree with you. What the fuck are you talking about?
And don't say it in my chat if you're not going to be in my chat, like that joker right there. Okay. Oh, let's see here. I received a tip, but I want to check out something if we have an imposter. Can't tell. I got a $4 tip. Kirk, it appears I died every time I support. Should I go back to the chat? Kirk, I'm not sighing every time I support. I have no idea what you're talking about. Half the time when you're tipping now, you say something that I don't understand. I can't even address it because I don't know what you're saying. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know how to respond to when my dents are starting to lose the pignosis. The pignosis is supposed to be permanent.
I wish that I could respond to this way, but if I don't understand it, I can't really talk about it.
Probably next week when Final Fantasy comes out, we are not going to be restreaming Phil or anything. We're just going to be playing Final Fantasy. We'll probably end up restreaming Phil anyway with the game.
You got your situation where you said so many stupid things in the chat, people don't like you anymore. So now they don't want you in the chat.
Yeah, you back yourself. Oh, you did it to yourself, bro.
And now you always feel like there's a negative association.
How do you feel about all that money you spent, Kurt? Look, damn, bro, you did it to yourself, homie.
Because these things you've already said in the past, right?
That's dead as fuck.
That's how it goes, man.
He's like, don't
Alright.
do the breaks.
What else would you guys like to talk about tonight? Actually, we're almost an hour in, if you can believe it. Time has flown. It didn't feel like we've been doing this for an hour.
It's because I'm putting on such awesome gameplay over here, bro.
To each their own. The Berserker fights are basically the next level of challenge, and a lot of people like that high level of challenge, you know what I'm saying? But not everyone. It's not for everyone, right? It's definitely not for everyone. There is no way I would ever answer that.
Ah, shit. Ah!
That was a really dumb one. No, I do not meditate.
His ass can't meditate. He can't even sit still.
Destiny wanted to talk to you before. He would be a good person to get political content advice from. He's been doing it for over a decade. Everything I hear about Destiny basically is like drama, bad idea. First of all, he's incredibly leftist, right? I'm not incredibly left or right at all.
Yes, you are.
I don't want to be one way or the other.
I don't know. I feel like that fool kind of is like me. Like, he used to be super far left. Let's say like 5 years ago. But like, I'm telling you, dude, the left has been doing so much retarded fucking shit, dude. It's made people like me and him kind of shift more right. Where we're like left-leaning centrists more, bro. Like, we'll actually interact and fucking talk with people with different ideas. We're like, I don't know. Some of these leftists, bro, they act really fucking retarded. And they expect, like, I don't know, it's like they want this whole world to be a fucking utopia. Where they don't understand where a utopia is a dystopia in itself. You know, like, having everyone fucking agree with everything you fucking want, and if you don't, It's like a hump for them. Republicans do it too, but like, I don't know, the leftists get really fucking weird about this shit.
All the way to the left, right? Super left. The first interaction I ever had with Destiny, okay? I'm sitting here on a Twitch stream many years ago, and I was playing Prey. Anyone remember that game, Prey? Which was, it was the game that was between, like, Dishonored 2, well, it was before Dishonored 2, right? I liked it. I thought Prey was an outstanding game, right? So I'm sitting here, and again, I know nothing at all about this guy. I never heard of him before. No, I literally have no clue who he is. And I'm just sitting here playing Prey.
How many leftists do you see arguing with Ben Shapiro? But that's what I mean. Like, on my channel, on these streams, y'all seen here and sat me arguing with 007, bro, about politics. And they're like way more right-leaning than me. They're super far right to me, actually. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know, that doesn't make you a leftist just because you argue with Ben Shapiro. You know what I mean?
And people are coming into my chat on Twitch.
Like, you can't really. What's the use of arguing with people that already agree with what you're fucking probably saying? They're gonna say, right?
There's more people coming.
That's what a debate's supposed to be.
Destiny's talking about you right now.
Two different people with two different viewpoints. What are you talking about? Who's Destiny? Right? Trying to argue to get the other side to kind of
it's a buyer's market for cars, and he wants to come debate you on that and tell you it's not. What? I'm a gameplay streamer. I'm sitting here playing Prey for an audience of hundreds. They want to see me play the game. You want me to pause my stream and have someone come on I never heard of to debate about if it's a buyer's market for buying automobiles in the United States? You're serious about this? They were serious. There was like dozens of people coming into my chat bothering me about this. Oh, we're fans of Destiny. He wants to. I was like, no, I have no fucking interest. And if you keep coming in, I'm going to ban you. And they did. They kept coming in and saying so. I banned a ton of people that day, right? So all of a sudden
he's
now,
fucking lying because he has 24-hour wait. That's why.
Phil's like, you know, I don't know anything about the fucking guy. This is the first example of any interaction I ever had with this man. Apparently he's trying to be intrusive to my business and my content with a baloney topic. Has nothing to do with anything, right? It'd be one thing, oh, another streamer wants to talk to you about games or something. All right, maybe I'd be interested in that. No, I want to talk to you about buying cars, right? Like, no. How about no? How about that's incredibly dumb, right? I want nothing to do with that. So then, over the years, you hear he always talks about me negatively. Well, I don't know anything about him. I literally know nothing about the man, right? But, oh, yeah, he's ragging on you again. Did you hear he said this about you again? Did you hear he mentioned you again negatively? No. He's just like everyone else. Everyone likes to name drop DarkSydeDrill in a negative way. So I don't think about it. I don't care about it. You know, people just do it. It's the common meme joke. Brag on DarkSydeDrill about something today, right? So the only other time that really I had a serious, like, interaction with him was not last year, but the year before that, when I was seriously looking to do an interview with someone who was like a professional interviewer. Because so many YouTubers were ragging on me for shit, and I was like, well, let's actually have an interview where we can talk about stuff, you know, in a back and forth environment. I think it would be a lot more fair to do that rather than everyone just crapping on me in their own video content, right? And Destiny was one of the people who was interested in interviewing me, and everyone had said, oh, didn't you know that he had interviewed LTG, right? So I was like, oh, okay, so I'll look into that. So I watched maybe 5 minutes of Destiny interviewing LTG, and all I could notice the entire interview was that Destiny was not paying attention to LTG.
He doesn't know that, like, because of Destiny, LTG's channel fucking grew a lot, like, the last 2 years. Like, he was kind of doing okay for a second. Like, he was actually, like, able to hop in and out of a Destiny stream sometimes, right? And, you know, get some airtime and share his opinions on stupid shit. Bro, and then he was on No Jumper, dog. Right? Because of the fact he was connected to Destiny a little bit. Like, because Destiny, he likes wild people like LTG. So he let him hang around him and shit like that. But, you know, Phil could have probably got a good little fucking bump of a few retards that are willing to rock with him, right? Like, the greatest thing you could do to set yourself up for failure is to not try. Like, fuck that shit. Destiny wants to interview me. I don't give a fuck how he does this. Fucking Destiny. I'll fuck it, man. Let's go. Like, yeah, I might make myself look like an asshole to some people, but I might get some people that vibe with my ass, right? Might help me out, dude. Fuck it. You gotta be, that's the business. It's the show.
I was so confused. I was like, if you're gonna interview someone, why would you have a game open? Why would you be doing that?
Because he obviously has ADHD, dude.
Right? And that way you're really letting it absorb what they're saying, and you can respond.
He has, or autism.
It actually blew my mind that he was doing that.
Yeah, Maps, it's not the point I'm making.
Underlying thing I'm not aware of.
I'm saying.
So come to find out, I did talk about this on my stream.
It doesn't matter if the interview is bad, bro.
You know, I was really turned off.
There were new eyes that probably didn't know about LTG, bro. That probably just fucking fuck with him just because he says absurd shit. And apparently people said, oh, that's because he actually has. It doesn't matter how much you hate him, right? A lot of people, it's a fact, a lot of people just like how wild the guy is sometimes.
Actually distracts or lets him focus better or something like that. And I was like, okay.
So yeah, it's a bad interview. You know more about him than other people don't give a fuck.
I just found it odd. I was like, I'll be honest with you. I think that would drive me nuts.
This is kind of the fact. A lot of people don't give a shit.
I honestly think that if I did an interview with someone, and that whole time that I'm trying to talk to, they're over here doing something else, it would probably like totally drive me nuts. And that's not on them, that's on me. That's just my own thing. Like if I'm having a conversation with you, I want to be talking direct to you, going back and forth, you know, having intelligent back and forth. Not you're distracted over here doing something else. You know, same thing. You're talking to someone, all of a sudden they answer their phone, they start talking on their phone. No, I don't want that either, right? I want people to be focused on what they're doing, right? So that being said, it turned me on. I said, I'm not interested in doing an interview with the guy, right? So basically what happened was he had actually reached out to me, interested in doing an interview, and I said, no, I'm not going to do it. So then on one of his shows, he was talking about it, and I heard it. I heard the segment, okay? It's not like this is, I heard this third party. I heard the segment. It was clipped from his show, and I heard it. He literally admits that if he did actually interview me, that it was going to be a trap interview where they were going to pull all kinds of stupid pranks. Like, for example, I'd be talking and all of a sudden they would start playing clips of pro wrestlers talking about mobile games and shit like that and dumb shit. So basically he would turn it into a joke. Instead of it being like a real interview, respectful thing, he actually just wanted to do like a big joke thing and get popularity off of it. Look, he's the guy who fucking punked.
He doesn't need popularity off of you, Phil.
So after I heard that,
he's way more popular than you. What the fuck are you talking about?
Anything to do with this man who's gonna be a dick to me, basically. Like he literally publicly admitted it, and they all treated it like a joke segment on his show. Like, haha, yeah, that would be great if you did that. Ha 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 ha. Like, yeah, ha ha ha. Well, fuck you. You're an idiot.
It was a joke, Phil. What the fuck?
He can't handle being made fun of, dude.
Bro.
Right? So you already admitted it. So why would I ever want to do anything with you moving forward? So now I know you stay away from that kind of person, right? And that's that. Like since then, I don't involve myself with any of that shit. I don't even know if he even mentions me anymore. I ignore it all. So that's it. I don't give a shit about the guy. He can have his own life, do whatever the fuck he wants. I don't give two shits about him. You know, I have nothing to do with him, nor do I have any interest in him. Dwarflet, nobody cares. You can stop saying that in the chat now. Nobody cares. Stop spamming. Okay. Do I think I was born with the natural talent as a gamer, or was it cultivated over years of experience? I had a natural affinity for certain kinds of games. Alright, like fighting games. But no, I didn't have like a ton of great skill at games in general. That came from practice. Like when I started as a YouTuber, go watch the content of me, an early YouTuber, and I'm terrible. At most games I play, I'm terrible. Only the fighting games was I actually doing really good. Outside of that, I was doing awful at everything else. I really
You can guarantee his fucking bedroom or whatever he's streaming from is just full of trash.
But he still makes entertaining content, so let's all watch his stuff and laugh at it, right? And I was okay with that. But now, after me having done this, you know, full time for 13 years, and actually doing it as a hobby 2.5 years before that, so you're going on 16 years as a YouTuber, I do feel like overall my skill has improved. You know, I can jump into generally any kind of a FromSoft Soulsborne style game and do pretty decently at it.
No.
Bro, it's almost the
Bull.
same. Like, I could pick
Yeah.
up any game and play it at a professional level.
Just created, but because I know kind of the ins and outs of how FromSoft works, I'm able to jump into a game like that and do pretty good at it, right? Or now that you see I'm actually putting effort into games like Street Fighter 6 and Tekken 8, I'm able to actually play them at a pretty decent level. I'm sure there's still genres like driving. I never got driving. I've never driven any in a game well. That's, you know, stealth. Very rarely. I think the one or two stealth games I ever did good at was Metal Gear Solid 5 and some of the recent Hitmans, but in general, stealth's not my thing. I find it very boring.
Yeah, because you have no patience. Because you're hopelessly fucking autistic, bro. It can't keep your attention. That's why.
Hobby that I did every once in a while casually before then, you know, it's going to be a lot worse if that's the case, correct? Okay. I don't, Klein, I don't know. By the way, you're now banned because, again, you're an idiot, and you said that there was a rant. There literally has not been a rant yet on this stream.
You've been ranting this whole fucking time. What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know what you mean, Klein. Any chances for a classic Phil stream? You mean like what we're doing every Sunday night now on the Throwback channel? We just did one on Sunday night, Heavy Rain. We're probably doing another one this Sunday.
No, he's probably saying something else.
Okay.
This fucking guy is so dumb.
Alright, I think this is actually a good spot, because I only do hour-long videos. I don't want to make this be a 2-hour video. I think it's too long. So I'm going to split the part. But there's going to be a part 2. We're going to do this for another hour. Alright. And I want to say thank you to those who are here chilling, for those who've supported. I hope you guys are enjoying. Like, if people are enjoying this, I'm glad.
I'm not enjoying it, Phil.
If people are enjoying
I'm having a very bad time.
But it seems like we've got a lot of people
down here on
people
level
seem to be
1,
hanging,
bro.
talking and enjoying. So I would say tonight's going well, and we got a whole another hour right to go.
Christ. Only Phil can do some
all right, let's
garbage
split the
boo-boo
part
content
here.
like
I'll
this,
stretch
man.
my legs, do a little bit of a break.
A break? Why?
You're
All right,
so this is part 1 of Chill with Phil. I hope you're liking it, and there'll be another hour coming.
Hell
Check that out, too,
no,
if you're
bro.
watching
This
on
is
demand.
why
If
you're
here on
fucking
stream, just
stuck,
chill.
bro.
Hang out with me for a minute or two, and then we're gonna get back to recording and more questions. Okay? All right, awesome.
This is why your heart's stuck on the bottom, baby.
You'll have new trolls too if you piss someone off with the
little
wrong way to
baby
follow.
boy Phil.
I mean, it's kind of how it goes with everything in life, right? Like, it goes, the door swings both ways. There's always potential for benefit, but there's also potential
Fuck me.
for worse.
I let up
The way
before
I see
the
it,
last
people
hit.
already hate me so much for literal nonsensical reasons, right? That maybe it makes more sense to do what to do stuff, and then if you hate me because you don't like my political stuff, at least that's maybe I don't know. I still think it's a legit reason. Maybe it's more of a reason than to just dislike me for the stupid reasons that people say today, right? That aren't even, half of them aren't even true.
All of it is true,
So,
bitch.
I don't know. Okay. So, Kappa says, I don't know if you've touched upon this. What site do you prefer better between Twitch and YouTube? I feel like YouTube has more abusable exploits than Twitch, like the membership one. False. Twitch literally is a site that at a moment's notice will, without a check, without a balance, without any kind of a warning system, they will punish you for things you didn't
Bro,
even do.
so does YouTube.
And then they fix it after the
YouTube
fact.
will sit here and fuck you over, bro.
Okay, that's just
and
how they
not
are.
give you a kiss on the
That's
cheek,
100%.
right? Like,
That
they
is
won't
exactly
even
how
tell
they
you
are.
why
Now,
you're
the
getting
reason you don't
fucked
hear
over
about this all the time on
sometimes.
Twitch is because the biggest Twitch streamers have so many fans that protect them, right? But for a
Oh
normal
my
person on Twitch,
God.
at any moment's notice, they could just flip a switch and shut you
Bro,
down. And then
don't
investigate
forget,
after the fact,
dude, back in the day,
also doesn't
when
feel
Phil would get a ban, right?
ever
He
give
would
you a
sit here
warning
and
or
cry
escalate
on
at all.
fucking
Instead, it's
Twitter,
just outright
and
punishment.
they would sit here and just
then
rescind
you
his
have to fix it
ban.
after the fact if it's a mistake.
Just like they do to
And by the
titty
way,
streamers,
they
bro.
don't ever have to
Like, Phil
even
would sit
tell
here
you.
and get
They don't
special
like you for
treatment,
some
too.
reason. And they don't even
On
have to
fucking
disclose
Twitch.
the reason.
Act
What?
like you
If you
did it.
ask, well, I don't understand what's going on. Can I have more information? Can you tell me what's really happened? What went wrong? They don't tell you anything. They don't have to. They literally say they don't have to tell you anything. So, that's my experience. I was on Twitch for how many years? I started full-time streaming again late 2016. I was there till spring of 2021. So you're talking almost 5 straight years. I had a giant viewer base, tons of paid subscribers. And then they just one day in the middle of a stream say, you're out of the partner program. What happened? They didn't warn me. There was no escalation. It wasn't like strike 1, strike 2, strike 3. It was just, you're just gone. Well, what happened? Oh, well, we think that you said some hateful language or something like that. Hateful language. Okay, can you explain what that means? Can you cite examples? Can you tell me anything? No. But in a year, you can reapply for the partner program if you like.
What?
Fuck you.
You're changing it now. You said they gave you a full video, bro.
And I'll stick around and try to just survive on tips.
Yeah, that's what you complain about. Yeah, hateful slurs, bro.
Racist thing when I never did. When I called them on it and said I never said it, you're lying. They fixed it and apologized to me. I said I don't want to be here anymore. So at any moment, you can decide that you don't like me. Tell me I did something wrong. When I ask you what did I do wrong, give me evidence so I can improve or not do it again. They say we don't have to tell you anything but reapply in a year, and then you again erroneously suspend my channel for something I didn't do. That's Twitch in a nutshell. They will do whatever they want. They're completely unprofessional. Most of the sites run by moderators that aren't even paid employees. Did you know that? You probably didn't. There's a lot of people who do that moderation who are just volunteers. So it's trash. It really is. And the only reason it's really prominent is because no one has really been able to compete with them because they are owned by Amazon, but they are failing. Take a look at Twitch right now. They are absolutely failing, okay? They've made so many mistakes, so many squandered opportunities. It's a terrible site. I mean, I could sit here all day ranting about Twitch. That is YouTube have problems.
He's ranting!
Yes. YouTube
he just said he's ranting. He just said he's ranting about Twitch. Then he bans people for saying that he's ranting, bro.
Yep.
Do you hear that?
He's fucking
Y'all
stupid.
caught that, right?
He's dumb. We all know it.
It's trash. It really is. And the only reason it's really prominent is because no one has really been able to compete with them because they are owned by Amazon, but they are failing. Take a look at Twitch right now. They are absolutely failing, okay? They've made so many mistakes, so many squandered opportunities. It's a terrible site. I mean, I could sit here all day ranting about Twitch. Now, does YouTube have problems? Yes. YouTube has tons of problems.
Just admits to ranting about something. But he sat here and banned like 2 different people for going like, Phil, you're ranting.
Absolutely.
I'm not ranting.
Like,
is that the definition of a rant? Okay.
They're gonna have a series of things that happen
what
that
a
can
fuck,
escalate to get
dude.
to that point. You see the difference? And then you have a chance to maybe fix them in the middle. Still a shitty system. False takedowns with DMCA and stuff is rampant on YouTube, which is really, really bad. Yes, I've heard very bad stories about political stuff. Oh, you say something that doesn't agree with YouTube's ideology on politics, they'll say that you said something harmful, they'll demonetize you. I've heard all the horror stories. But apples to apples comparison, my experience with YouTube has always been much better than the few times that I tried to deal with Twitch. They're more professional about it. I can usually get some semblance of an answer or help on stuff. And essentially, the way I see it, I have more of an opportunity to be a professional creator on YouTube than I do on Twitch. On Twitch, I can never take it seriously because at any moment you rub someone the wrong way, you're gone. Keep in mind, Twitch had no issue with me for 5 years, and then all of a sudden removes me from a partner program but won't tell me what I did wrong. Literally will not say, here's the reason why we did this. So if you don't tell me what I did wrong, how can I ever get better, right? So to hell with them, you know? Definitely YouTube is a better situation than Twitch. Twitch is definitely in a downward spiral right now with the choices they've made, the horrible things they've done with creators, payouts, all of that crap. So let them continue to go like this down the drain, right? And again, I realize there's no discoverability here on YouTube, but I'm happy with the amount of people I have, and sadly my stuff already gets echoed because of others, so I really don't need the exposure I would get on Twitch. I never really benefited from exposure on Twitch when I was over there regardless. You
Is he talking about our content, bro? I don't think our content really helps him at the end of the day.
I have no idea what you're even talking about. He says, when you were on Twitch, it was a very while, you had a long while with little problems. Ever since you came back to YouTube, it's been problem after problem. I don't even know what you mean by that. No, it hasn't been problem after problem. It hasn't been. I don't know what you're talking about at all. Very rarely do we have problem after problem on YouTube. Usually it's, okay, something happens, you deal with it, you move on, it's not even a big deal, right? There's been very few times where it's been like a big problem that's insurmountable and we can't deal with. You know, I've never been removed from YouTube's partner program, right? I have content on this website spanning back to 2008. I'm still okay on YouTube, but for some reason, I'm too risque for Twitch, right? Doesn't even make any sense. I'm not even a risque guy. I don't say anything risque. They don't know what they're talking about.
Bro,
you know,
you used to be on Twitch calling people the F word.
I've already explained
like all
the
the
same thing that happened
time.
with Teespring. The same thing that happened with the sites that let
If
you
you on
pop-ups
Twitch
on your
is
stream
calling
automated.
people the F slur hard,
idiots
bro.
Who hate me made a montage of content
there's
about
an
me,
F word over
showing
here.
stuff from way
I'm
back
gonna
in
go
the day,
get him.
right? We're talking over 10 years ago. They made
He'd
a
be
montage
making the
of those
most
clips,
raw ass
and then they
fucking like
packaged it
racial
together
jokes
as a, here's
sometimes,
the worst of DarkSydeDrill. And then they showed, oh, he used to be known as the King of Hate. He's a website called that. All this shit, right? So they used that and weaponized it against me to misrepresent me to these businesses. And these businesses looked at it and said, well, here's the thing. We don't actually have a problem with Phil, but if we're going to have a hate group actively complaining about him, we can't have that negative stigma. We can't
putting
have
words in their mouth.
Media.
So
Take
I
a look.
get
a couple times.
That's why we're gonna get rid
Twitch
of him.
actually did this. Listen to this. Twitch put me into a montage on Twitter. It'll be like, so here's people who were playing this game and had a good time, or here's a funny moment, how they reacted to it. They would put me into the montage, and then a bunch of my haters would tweet, why you have DarkSydeDrill in there? He's a jerk, he's this, he's that. And then they would just edit me out of the montage. Took me out. Re-upload it without me in it.
This guy's lying.
What? Why do you give attention to haters? Just think about it.
Dude, what trolls did was compile pretty much every single instance of him being racist and fucking hateful. Every single thing, bro. Alright? And they shipped that shit. They spammed fucking Twitch with that. Alright, bro, you really have this guy part of your partner program? Because don't forget, he was on Twitch, bro. Like, actually spamming the F word, saying the N word, bro. And, like, saying it in these stupid fucking jokes. Or, like, you know, insulting people that he's playing games against. Like, playing PUBG. I'll never forget him, bro. Whenever he, like, he'd be creeping on someone in a house. He'd be like, oh, yeah, there's a bunch of F words in this house. Let's go get him, bro.
About that. You're a
like,
giant
it was
corporation.
Easy. He made
you
it
are immune
super
to them.
fucking
You can ignore
easy.
them. But instead, you give them attention.
You call
All
people
you do is empower them
homos
when you
and
do that. And
make
they've
fun
done
of
that
gay
again and again and
people.
again
Phil
over
did it all. It
and
was
it's
super
pathetic,
easy, bro.
The way that they act. Again, it's completely unprofessional the way that they act.
Yeah, that feels more
so,
base, bro.
Because of that,
Fuck this
that's
guy.
why I'm not on Twitch anymore. Because they just give into that shit. Much like a lot of these other companies. You gotta keep in mind, a lot of them are run, again, by ultra-liberals. They're very leftist in their thinking, and the people who run these companies. So that, oh my God, we got someone who used to say these things on YouTube that today are cancelable, and he got a hate mob following
They're
him around.
very
We can't be associated with
leftist.
that, so let's just get him out of our partner program. Have
Don't
I done
forget
anything like
this,
that in the last 10
guys.
years? No, but that's okay.
Just like me,
Just
take mental note of how he's talking, right? He's getting political in some of his ranting, bro. It's the leftists. It's these leftists and their leftist ideals.
Because people finally
Literally sounded like
right?
some
It's
kind
what
of
you're insane,
right-wing
right?
grifting channel, dog. Crazy.
That's why I'm not dealing with those.
Because then he's gonna act like, you know, oh, yeah, I'm not in the left or the right. I'm center. He'll say all that gay shit, bro. When he's really on the right. Which is okay. I don't want it to sound like, oh, yeah, he's a dirty Republican. So I'm not that kind of guy. But it's Phil. I don't like his hypocrisy. And it's like, no, we need to hold him accountable about that, bro. He's not a leftist. He's not like a centrist, really, or a liberal, bro. Right?
All right. Let's have some new topics, please.
Him and Cat complain about the crime and marijuana and shit, dude. Like, we heard it from both of them.
Right? We already had enough talk about fucking
Phil
drama.
just he sounds like a prude, dried out Republican. That's what he is.
I don't know what you mean by that. Vietnamese comrade said it's sad we'll never get to see you play Call of Duty 1, 2, and 3 for the internet. Would have been a good alternative to annual Call of Duty plays, which is the new Call of Duty comes out as bad as it has been. You mean the originals? Like the ones on PC? Those were great games. Call of Duty 1 and 2 were really good on PC, and I played them on PC back in the day. Call of Duty 2 particularly knocked it out of the park. I remember some of the maps for that game, how good it was. Freaking dam and stuff like that. Yeah, it's sad that those games are lost to time. Like, no one seems to want to play old school shooters anymore. Everyone wants modern.
Yeah, they do.
Future
Bro,
warfare,
this is a lie. That is a lie. On Steam, on PC, bro, that is like what we do. Motherfuckers sit here and play you know, Modern Warfare 2 old school and all that shit because the servers are still up. And it's like easy to just do it on PC, bro. Not on fucking console. That's what I mean. Consoles feels like a retarded console boy.
No one
you
wants,
know?
like, what
No one
FPS
plays or
started
thinks
at.
about all these old games. Bro, on PC, we be
now,
playing
but
all
they were
these
super
old
good
fucking
games
games
like
all
2000s.
fucking time. Because we can. Can't really on Xbox or fucking PlayStation.
I'm not a car guy. I don't have
dude.
any favorite cars. I don't care. Other than Dragon's Dogma 2, obviously you got Rise of Ronin, and obviously
Actually, on Game Pass, they have all the Call of Duties now, bro. The old ones and the new ones. So on PC, it's even easier to sit here and play like Modern Warfare 2 old, bro, you know?
Carlos says, I just played Singularity, that game from way back in the day that I have the Back in Time remix that I used to play on my streams. He says, I had a blast. Most FPS games now feel uninspired and they're just focused on selling shit online. You're absolutely correct. 1,000,000% yes. You're right. FPS games went from having quality content, good narrative, revolutionary gameplay to how do we do an online one that just has a lot of microtransactions? Make it
Bro, this is the guy that complains about too much content pretty much being in video games.
Narrative experiences. And now
Games should be shorter.
Right?
They're too long.
Go on and just shoot shit, spend money.
And then
on
he's gonna sit here and say, yeah,
right?
games are so much more robust.
Yes,
Bro, this
Slayer,
fucking
I can see your
guy,
message.
he can never keep a fucking consistent
Well, I mean,
narrative.
the PS5 Pro,
Bro, see
there's
the
absolutely no
fucking thing
concrete
he
information on
says.
PS5 Pro. It's an industry rumor. Until you have information on it, I don't give two fucks about it, and I'm not talking about it. Can I play older games from PS2 era? If there's a way to do that. Currently, I don't have a working PS3. There's no way to buy them on PS5. I do have a mini PC, but we haven't done anything with it in ages. I don't even know if the emulation on there would be legal. So there you have it. What do I dislike about Destiny 2? No, it's not that there's anything horribly wrong with Destiny 2 or Destiny 1. They're just not good games in my opinion. You know, as someone who had played the Halo games before, and then I was, you know, everyone, oh, Destiny's gonna revolutionize gaming. Do you remember the ad campaign for Destiny? That's what it said. It was like, it changes the face of gaming forever. It will like revolutionize gaming. That was their ad campaign. What the fucking...
Alright, I gotta skip some of this, bro. I can't listen to him sit here and bitch about Destiny again.
He's so
God
goddamn
damn,
stupid,
bro.
it's not even
It's a
funny,
level
dude.
1 podcast.
Think about that for a second. What's the
This
added
is
factor that makes it
insane.
good? Your friends.
2
Not the
hours
game.
of
Your
this,
friends.
bro. This is insane. Sorry.
The game doesn't hold up in face value. So that's the problem. Yeah, why are we making these games so prominent and popular? Why are they making so much money when they're not good games? They're just meh, right?
I smashed. I got smashed.
Really, really hurt the games industry once in the last 5 years by giving you time and effort.
You gonna come up or no?
GTA Online.
Come on.
Tell me right now.
I really want to fight.
last 10 years
Oh
GTA
god,
existed.
stop! Oh, you bastard!
Not miss experience that I missed out on not playing GTA Online. Did anyone explain that to me in chat? And if you could, please by all means do. Tag me in chat and tell me what did I miss by skipping GTA Online. Because I only played at launch, which was a joke, and then I played the first heist, which admittedly was alright, and then I never went back to it ever again. So what did I miss? I played everything else, but I skipped GTA Online, right? So every time I ask that question, some people will be like, oh, well, when I did the heist with my friends, or when I did races with my friends, and the night's hangouts with my friends, that's the answer here.
He doesn't have friends.
Groundbreaking.
I have no friends! No, you guys don't! No one likes me, motherfucker!
It was about, oh, my friends and I became a part of a role-playing community, and you know what I mean? I get that, but you understand that's not the game. Yeah, guess what the most profitable game of the last decade was? GTA Online. Why? Because people fell for it. It's a trick. It's not anything that was meant to be groundbreaking. It's not anything that was meant to be revolutionary. Did it add anything really to the cultural experience of video games at all? No. In fact, what it did, it set games back. They actually canceled meaningful DLCs and plots and stories they had planned for GTA 5 and either never released them or screwed them up so they could wedge them in as another expansion for GTA Online, like that whole Franklin expansion.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, dude, this would have been so good if it was a real story instead of just a GTA Online side shit, right? But that's the point I'm making here. We've taken in the last
I want to beat the fucking Elden Beast, bro. I still haven't. Hey, get out of there! What are you doing?
I'll never forget that. Every day I boost up my game, I do exactly the same button pushing with my friends, and I joke with my friends, and I sing.
Bruh, he has no friends, and single-player games are designed off how stupid of a gamer he is.
It's a trap.
Keep that in mind.
It's a trap. It was set up intentionally by Rockstar and all these other companies. Bungie, they did it on purpose. And you all fell for it. If you spent significant money on those games in the last 10 years, you fell for their trap. Now, every company wants to put out these games, right? You know what I mean? Every company wants one of those. And that's sad because that's a direct result of us sinking money into Destiny, into The Division, into fucking GTA Online. Now everyone wants to be like that, and now we can't get good games anymore. Now we got Suicide Squad from Rocksteady that was supposed to be a great game like the Batman Arkham Trilogy, and instead it's a dog shit game that you can tell is supposed to be games as a service, and no one wants it, right? Skull and fucking Bones. Are you shitting me? Skull and Bones is a modern quadruple A video game, according to Yves Guillemot. It's not quadruple A. It's a negative quadruple A. You should pay me to play that piece of shit, because it's a stinker turd.
Bro, you get paid to play every single game you play.
But that's the modern
even if
state
it's
of gaming,
free,
right?
Dude, act like he's one of us. I hate it. I hate it so much. Whatever, though.
Anyway, there you go. I answered your question. All right. Now, some people in chat are saying, well, I'm misunderstanding GTA Online. Fine. If that is the case, then I want to be corrected and told why.
I want to be corrected.
Like,
No, you
I
don't.
want to know
If you
what I
wanted to be
missed.
corrected, you
Every time
wouldn't
I
ban
ask,
people who
I never
disagree
get
with you, dude.
information like, oh, so there was this actual giant cool story arc that happened with this narrative, and it was really cool.
Okay, get in there
You
then.
know what I mean? Here's what I get told.
That's what you
yeah,
want.
so there was a Franklin expansion.
Peter,
that
come
really
on.
would've been cool if it was part of GTA
Dude.
5, but instead they
You don't have to go in there.
corners, they cut content out, they wedged it in to make it part of GTA Online. Most people don't even care about the story elements. It's not a big deal. That's what I hear. And then I hear, what's the best part of GTA Online? The heist with friends, racking up money to have your own crib and cars and shit, meaningless, and role-playing. Pretending to be someone that you're not in an online environment, social atmosphere. I get that. Things like that have been popular forever. You got your Second Life. You got your friggin', they used to have the friggin', the PS, whatever it was, PS Home, right? MMOs have that constantly. Virtual communities, role-playing in it. I understand that aspect of it. Been there, done that. GTA Online did not revolutionize that at all. So why the hell is that the biggest money-making game of all time? Honestly. Right? The Nick Rules says, personally, I like GTA Online. It has a lot of content like new vehicles, races, missions, heist weapons. Literally what I just said. Meaningless. I can see some of your points, though. I never bought any DLC or shark cards. So then you're not one of them. You're not one of the people who made it the most profitable game of all time. You're actually not in line with what's the common experience with GTA Online. The average person who bought that ended up buying it, rebuying it, rebuying it. Every time there was a new version, they bought it for the new console, and then they
Wow,
sunk more
god
money into
damn it.
That's why it's the most profitable
He's
thing
so
ever.
goddamn
It's
stupid, dude.
Matthew, what you're saying is absolutely ridiculous. I'm married happily.
No, you're
Says,
not.
Do you think friends are necessary for a happy life? Because I watch clips of you and John Rambo. It makes me sad. I have the best friend I'll ever have in my life. She's called my wife.
You're a lying ass
Fuck that.
bitch.
Fuck that shit. Literally, fuck all that fucking gay ass shit.
Yeah,
I
you're a
love my
liar.
wife, right? If she is like my ride or die, that bitch, dude. I want her by my side going through the depths of hell, right? But bro, I have my best friend from military school. Like, you know, he brought his kids down here, you know, with my son, and we all hung out like old times, dude. This motherfucker will sit here and give me the shirt off his back and vice versa, dog. Like, that's my boy. We've been in street fights together. We were about to join the fucking army together. We're fucking battle buddies, dog. You know, like in military school, dude, we did everything together. And we did everything together outside of military school.
Okay, maybe I could beat Brad again.
Joke, bro, like, yeah, we're domestic partners,
without
bro.
summoning my
You know, we lived together for so many
I might have
years
to poison him, though.
and shit. Like, that's my boy. And then I have my fucking other homeboy that I've known since fucking not third grade, but 5th grade, bro. Since I was 10, so like 20 fucking years. Like my oldest fucking friend, dog. And he's a genius. A fucking genius when it comes to cars and shit. Like, he's like a little mechanic. This guy's taught me a lot about cars. And, you know, like, I have boys that are my ride or die. Bro, fucking 007, Duty, Snort, King Sly. Bro, I'm telling you, those motherfuckers will sit here and ride with me on a fucking 307, homie. Like, we'll fucking slide together. We'll fucking sit here and fight motherfuckers together on the internet. Like, I have motherfuckers in my fucking life that I know that are my fucking friends. Like, it's some of you guys, too. You know who you are. Some of y'all, bro, have my phone number and sit here and text me sometimes.
Oh, he killed me. Oh, I'm
bro.
dead. Oh,
But
I died.
I'm a social fucking person, bro. I like making friends. I like talking with people and all that shit, dude. Phil ain't like that. He's a very recluse fucking worm, dude. He likes staying underground where it's safe and cold.
You don't have to worry about me. Just because it's not on camera like it used to be with the friendship with John.
Yo, what's
right?
up, Navy?
Just because that relationship isn't on camera doesn't mean it doesn't exist. I have more than that relationship now with my wife.
No, you don't.
Again, the best person I'll ever spend time with for the rest of my life.
You're a fucking liar, bro.
At all. At all. You know what I mean? I just don't understand what you're talking about because people are like, oh, you don't have any friends. I don't have time for friends.
So I love my wife.
6
I
days
get
a week
sick of
full
the
time,
bitch
and I'm
some
married.
days.
That's my life. That's the choice I
Like,
made,
look,
and I like that
I'm
one.
keeping it 1,000%. I love my wife, bro, with everything in my heart. But it's like, bro, she's a human being, and I'm a human being. And there's shit about her that gets on my fucking nerves, bro. There's certain days I hate her ass. And I know she'd be feeling the same way, too. Like, bro, this motherfucker, dog, he is killing me. And she does it to me, too, bro. My wife, she works from home. And when her work computer doesn't work right, my mornings start with, like, her yelling at the computer. Right next to me. Like, motherfucker! And I'm gonna jump out of bed and shit. Like,
I'm happy.
It is what it is.
Don't feel bad for me. Feel bad for people who don't understand that that's a full, meaningful life. Really. Because if you don't think that's a full, meaningful life, I feel bad for you. If you feel like you need to have every moment you're talking to a friend and you have interaction with someone else, that's kind of silly, no?
You're a serious loser. Oh, god damn it. I pressed square instead of circle.
Okay.
And it fucked me. Of course it did.
I don't
He is
own any
such a
anime
dumbass. He is such a
Where do people get
dumbass.
these weird notions? He just said, just listen to what he said. Now that you don't care about anime anymore, would you consider giving away anime that you own to people? What are you talking about? What anime do I own?
What are you talking about?
I don't even know what he's talking about. Were you in my house? Were you going through my stuff? Do you think I have a...
Phil, you done sat here, bro, and did vlogs of everything you own, and we know damn well you didn't sit here and sell, like, a fraction of all that shit. Bro, look behind you, bitch! Look behind you, Phil. He does have a bunch of anime shit, dude.
A collection of anime? I don't even have an anime
like
collection.
DVDs and Blu-rays, homie.
People still say, people actually said it earlier tonight. Are you ever gonna sell the statues? The fucking statues? The statues from Connecticut? From 10 years ago?
You still have them, liar.
Yeah, keep up the lie. Gotta keep up the fucking lie for the IRS, just in case, bro. IRS or one of us might report you to the fucking feds. See? You see the slick little
Yep,
asshole?
he's lying. He's
Statues?
lying.
What statues?
The
As
statues.
he sits here, bro, bro.
They're long
Bruh.
gone. They've been gone for so many years. Out of my
No.
life, they were either sold or they went away.
As he sits here with the very same fucking paintings that he had with the fucking statues, and he wants you to believe he don't have the statues still. Oh my god. Okay.
You don't understand.
He has the statues still,
right?
bro.
I don't have a
They're probably in that
collection
smelly
sitting around in my
garage
house.
of his,
What on
if
earth are you
anything,
talking
man.
about?
He's lying.
Clear says maybe
he has
the
fucking
anime DVDs
statues.
like Attack on Titan I watched a long time ago. I sold those ages ago. I even talked about it years ago that we went through the collection, the DVD collection I had, and we went to one of those, you know, used DVD, used bookstores, and I traded it in. And
You're
I
a
got
liar.
$400 for it all. I don't have any real physical DVDs in the house outside of Christmas stuff. Like we have Christmas DVDs.
You say that, but then you also say you don't have streaming services. Then what the fuck do you do all day?
Across the hallway.
He's lying.
People have these weird notions that I like have a house full of goods sitting around that I'm hoarding. What are you talking about?
You literally say there's a lot of equity in your house.
Bro, I'm fighting a mighty ruler right now. He's purple. He's purple.
Ooh,
I'll never be able to hang with these guys ever, dog. I already know it.
Too many. Now things are all
red rank. I think that's my ceiling.
Screen, right?
If I get red rank, I'm done.
Oh
dude.
my god, he's lying,
I'm
bro.
halfway there. But holy fuck. Yeah, red in Tekken, I think's my actual fucking like hard ceiling, unless I start studying all the little dumb bullshit I need to know to be better, bro.
Oh, cool.
Like I'm telling you now, I'm Destroyer.
Upload. You began
halfway through it.
The Conan O'Brien documentary where he's outed from NBC.
But fuck,
it's not about looking back on the end of his career.
Not
it's about
do
him
any
surviving
better than
after being
that.
overwhelmed by an impersonal force, one that was normalized because others didn't survive it. In a way, it's a documentary about how the broadcasting industry goes on to evolve in part because he survived and shined
I'm
a
gonna
light
try
on
to
how
get my Leroy up as soon as I get this fucker.
I don't know what the heck that has to do with me or why we're talking about that tonight, but I agree with you. I mean, Conan O'Brien was treated absolutely horribly by the broadcast industry. Thankfully, he did go on to TBS to have a long run there until he decided to retire from that night show. But I don't know what that has to do with me. No, I never considered joining the medical field. That was the last
Why am I having such a hard time with fucking Radigan, bro?
Or something? These are the weirdest things I've ever seen. Like, what are we talking about right now? People are asking me about my DVD collection that I don't have. They're talking about the Conan O'Brien documentary from my Mass Effect 1 playthrough over a decade ago, and asking me if I want to be a doctor. Like, huh? Where are we gone with this line of questioning right now? I'm a little confused. I'm going to be honest. I'm very confused with what's happening here. Carlos says, if you have the mini PC, can you consider playing older FPS games? Like, hold on. Like Singularity, Return to Castle Wolfenstein, and old Call of Duties. I mean, again, I don't know the viability of that whatsoever. I have the mini PC. You guys know what it is. We talked about it last year. I played Chrono Trigger on it, and it was always a possibility to do stuff on it. It just seems like there hasn't been a lull yet. Like, we had this crazy streak of games in the fall. Correct? That's number one. And then we had a situation where we found longer games you guys wanted me to play, like Baldur's Gate 3, so we've been doing that. We haven't really been looking for, let's look for filler content to do, and let's pull out the mini PC to do it. The one thing we thought about was Fightcade, playing old school fighting games, but we decided against that because it would have been too rushed, and then basically dropped to play Tekken 8, so I'm glad I didn't do that. I think that actually would have been, felt like a real waste of time and a squandered opportunity there. But outside of that, if people ever want to see me do stuff in the future when we have time for it, in between all these other releases I'm playing, like downtime stuff, I'm down for that, for sure. But it just seems like right now we don't have any time in this regard to be doing that kinds of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, sadly, it's dumb like that. So many games are too long. I've been saying this recently. The games are too long. Why is Baldur's Gate 3 140 hours long, right? Every game that I play, why do I have to play it for 4 months? It's annoying. And I played the shit out of Baldur's Gate 3. You can't even complain. I play it 3-4 times a week, and I'm still almost like 90 hours in, and we're still not even at the end yet. So these games are too fucking long. I can't get through them, and then we don't have time to do other things, and then people get tired of it, right? So there you go. Let's see here. All right, Hidalgo, thank you. I see what you're saying, but we're kind of off that topic now, so I had no idea what you were talking about, and now I understand what you're saying. Okay. No, I'm not planning any trips. I don't have any trips going on or anything like that whatsoever. I can't. I'm working. Then now is not the time to be planning trips with the games coming out. No. I wouldn't know anything about the new generation of kids. I don't really have too much interaction with the younger generation at this point, right? I don't. I'm isolated from them. My viewership is not kids.
He got his
if
young
you look at the statistics on YouTube and everything.
kid life partner. He now calls her his my wife.
It's adults, people in their 20s, 30s,
sure,
40s.
Bud.
So because
it's like
of that,
autistic
I wouldn't know
adults and
about
shit,
younger
homie.
generation,
It is.
how they're acting in school. You're asking completely the wrong person about that. I don't know anything about it. Completely false. Tekken Akuma says, if you played Baldur's Gate 3 when everyone asked for it, you would have finished it before the fall season, most likely. Wait, what? You would have finished it before the fall season, most likely during the summer lull when everything was boring. It didn't come out until late August. What are you talking about? Even if I had played it when it was brand new, and if it was the only game I played for a month, I still wouldn't have beaten it. That's how long it is.
Bro, no.
And then I wouldn't have...
It's not how long it is. Guys, not the you know, toot my own horn, but I beat it twice. 200 fucking hours, bro. Since release, it took me like 2 months. Like a month and a half, 2 months, bro. To beat the game twice, homie. The first time because, like, I knew already all of Act 1 because I've been playing it since the first day of, early access. My second fucking playthrough was faster because I already kind of knew what to expect here and there. Right? It was just like, alright, I'll do this instead of this here, you know, when I wanted to do it. But the game is not a hard fucking game if you like role-playing games and you have some experience with them.
If I have to remember something, September is when all these big games
like,
are coming out, including Live.
Phil, it takes Phil forever because of all the shenanigans that's wrapped around the gameplay.
And then immediately
talking for 2 hours,
less and less,
fucking stopping the game to ask for help and to count the money and ban people and all that stupid shit.
Now as a playthrough,
you know, add it all up, it detracts from him fucking playing the game.
And when I started playing it in December, there was nothing else out to compete. So I played it all through December, all through January. Now, new games came out like Tekken 8 and Like a Dragon, but I'm balancing those still with Baldur's Gate. It's still the focus. The only reason we're like 90 parts in a month and a half to 2 months later is because I've literally made it my focus because now is the time to do that. There was no way I could have done that when it came out. First of all, it came out in August on PC. I didn't have a way to play it then. I had to play it on console like I'm doing. So really, I couldn't have even played it till September when there was already a million other games out. So your entire thing you said is completely false. There's no way even if I played it in September, I would have got. I would still be playing it now.
Whatever you said, it's wrong. It's just wrong,
the focus that I've had, and it
it's
wouldn't have been
completely
nearly
false
as
or wrong.
Because it would have been broken up.
You are
and
wrong.
balanced
I am right. I'm Phil. All right, get it fucking right. Jesus.
Have a good night, Cracker Jacks. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out tonight. You know, I don't know if I will or not, Kathleen. She says, are you going to play the Sonic Generations remaster in the fall? I'm interested in it because now they've added Shadow the Hedgehog, which is neat that they did that, and it looks like they'll have new levels. I liked Sonic Generations when I played it. I thought it was a swell game. From a lot of people are saying, it doesn't look like this remaster is really a remaster. It looks exactly the same as the original, pretty much. Because the original ran smoothly back then, even on Xbox 360 or PS3. So does it really need a remaster? Right? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's just they're just arbitrarily re-releasing the game on a modern console so more people will buy it, but by adding in some new shadow levels, that gives it the appeal to make it feel like it's new when it really isn't. I would be interested in it. At the least, if you guys are interested in it, I would consider it, but I'm not going to commit to it either. I want to kind of wait and see if there is interest in it or not by the time that the fall comes along. It also is going to depend, obviously, on probably a lot of other games that are out at the time, like, do I want to stick it into the schedule, or is it going to actually take away time from genuine new releases, not ones that are re-released that I'm playing again, right? Would I consider a Dell laptop if my Acer broke? I mean, I don't really know much about laptops these days. I don't really think that, for what I'm using a laptop for, I don't really think it matters what brand
you build
I
a PC,
like,
Phil.
literally all I'm using my laptop for.
You should know about laptops, right?
Monitoring stream chat, monitoring contributions, right? Every once in a while, reading a forum post.
He's just smacking my ass around like it's a fucking play toy, bro.
Even using probably like half the memory. In fact, I'm really curious. If I hit Control-Alt-Delete on this sucker, right? Where the fuck's the delete button? Actually, I don't even know where delete is on this laptop. I don't think I've ever used it. Holy crap. There it is. So I hit Control-Alt-Delete. I go to Task Manager, right? It says I'm using 11% of the CPU. That's it. 11%. And 1% of my disk, because I'm not even saving anything to it. We know what's being used is the memory. And the reason it's using a lot of memory, I have 3 browsers open on this sucker. One for DSP Gaming, one for DSP Reacts, and one for DSP Throwback, and each one is set up individually. So when I want to do a stream, I can just jump into the new browser. It's already ready to go. I don't have to reset everything up from scratch. So that's awesome. So that's why it's 60% memory. It's basically 20% of my memory on each browser, right? That's what it looks like. So, but anyway, yeah, I think any laptop, it doesn't matter, Dell, any company would work because I'm doing the most basic thing possible. I don't do anything, you know, crazy or anything over the top or that needs a great laptop to do. I am recording this. Oh, I don't use my laptop to record. All recording is done on my desktop over here.
We already know the lore of the laptop of fail, bro. It's just
super funny movie.
It's like Phil's fucking Pokeball, bro. It's like a Pokeball. He wants to just get rid of you. He just toss it in, you know, he throws it at your head. You disappear,
Ultra
bro.
parody movie, right? Those ultra parody movies that used to come out back in the day, those shits were so funny. But today it's like,
see, Monkey, it depends on your setup and what you're doing. Phil's setup for what he does is not hard. It's a very, very basic bitch setup. What I do, my setup, is way more fucking complicated to put together than Phil. Like, for me to put up the stream, bro, he uses way more memory and way more fucking shit on my fucking computer. I have to make sure that, like, the webcam's working, the VTuber is synced to the bullshit, and all works, you know, with the motion tracking technology, bro. Right? And then I gotta set up the fucking goddamn, I gotta find the shit and plug that into the stream and hunt for them. At the end of the day, it's not hard to set up a stream, right? But that level of difficulty in that, it depends on what you're doing. So, like, for detractors, for instance, like, me and Duty, it probably takes a little bit more for me to set up my stream, but it takes more for Duty to set up his stream than it takes for Phil. You know, and vice versa, bro. You see it, like, Tevin, all of us, we do all this shit, right? Like, people like to call Tevin shit cluttered, right? But I don't know, it's like shit that he uses to keep your attention. He just knows how the game is played, right? Where mine's more simplistic, but I still have a bunch of shit that's like, I don't know, there because I like it, or I hope it keeps people's attention, right? So, it all the shit we do at the end of the day takes vastly more thought and care and attention than Phil's. All Phil does is pretty much hop on and he clicks start stream, bro. Like, you know, we all make our own thumbnails, we all edit our own shit, and it all takes a lot of fucking work. Like I told you guys, I think the longest this took me to, like, edit a video with minimal, like, me fucking off, right, is like 5 fucking hours, bro. Where if you're a clip channel, it probably takes you like fucking 20 minutes. You know what I'm saying? It all depends on what you're doing and what you're putting into the shit, right? So, you know, the end answer is not hard. Like, especially for Phil, it's fucking easy as dog shit to sit here and have a webcam and to just have the shit on your fucking OBS program, you know?
Oh, that's
and
so
have the
offensive.
transition
Cancel.
set up.
No, people
and
understood
all
it was a
that
joke
stupid
back then.
shit.
No one got pissed off at that shit, right? Is Cat interested in playing the South Park game in March? Not really. Did you see it? It's not doesn't look that good of a game. Once again, they went to online co-op, literally just running around snowball fights. It's nothing like the RPG. No coherent story. Nothing really like that at all. So it doesn't look very good in my opinion. I don't think I'm playing it either. It doesn't look very good. So.
Yeah, Phil's a fucking moron, bro.
God damn, I suck at this fucking game.
Then he doesn't really care to go outside his comfort zone, right? To set up better shit.
George Carlin.
Where's your
also,
guy?
I agree. Here's the thing. Like, I became a fan of George Carlin late. Like, I knew of George Carlin because he played Rufus in Bill and Ted, right? And then later on, as I became an adult, I became more aware of George Carlin and the comedy that he had done earlier, right? And then I would watch some of his stand-up or see some of his stuff like, oh my god, like, this guy was smart, but funny at the same time. And you can respect that kind of talent, right? So yeah, absolutely, George Carlin. Great comedian, and I would say even a great thinker to some extent as well.
I mean, dude,
it's weird how sometimes philosophy can be
Dude, he's just saying that. That's comedy, a popular opinion.
Kathleen, have a good night.
George Carlin, he was a good comedian, bro. Like, he did good observational humor. But, like, literally the shit he joked about, it wasn't, like, deep thinker kind of shit, bro. It's kind of like Dave Chappelle. It's, like, kind of the obvious shit that's going on around you, right? But the average person probably doesn't really care to really think about, or it's hard to think about because some of the shit's pretty serious.
I don't know, guys. I think I'm done for the night.
It's not that deep. Like, the
oh, this has been one of the most boring restream ever.
Or how dumb.
All right, guys. I will see you tomorrow.